What you doing out in these streets, slave rule? What you doing out in these streets? What you doing out? What you doing out? What you doing out in these streets? What you doing out in these streets, slave rule? We in these streets.
Why are you laughing, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you? Here's my water bottle.
I say when we're starting.
We are starting. We're rolling already.
This is live.
It's not live. It's not in the whole.
So you can cut this out.
See. I can if I want to, but I won't.
But I want you to.
Why?
Because.
Why?
Because I'm asking you to. Well, that's it. I'm out. Teacher guessed this badly. Okay, cool.
I don't edit anything out. Yeah. Unless it's... Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What?
Unless it's like locations or cell phone numbers or email addresses.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless it's to promote something, that's something different, but other than that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how are you?
I'm great, man.
Yeah.
I'm great. Better than I've ever been. How have you been, man?
Everywhere you've never been.
Kanye. You caught that quick. Respect.
I did.
Respect. Yeah, you're the first musical guest that I've had on here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, the first one.
If you had anyone else before me, I wouldn't have spoken to you ever again.
We're really hazing to set this up. You actually say like I hurt your feelings, like.
Yeah, you hurt my feelings.
How?
I'm like, you have this podcast, and I see you have people on. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll just sit here and watch your podcast from a distance and have my heart broken.
Oh, why did it hurt your feelings,
Like, why wasn't I your first, man? You laughing? I'm dead serious, man.
Why did you want to be my first, though?
My phone's buzzing.
Okay.
Just because I have to be the first way on everything. I mean, yeah.
I actually recorded a few episodes before I put out the first one with Marlon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. He wasn't the first guest. There were others before him.
Did you tell him that?
I did.
Okay.
But I just felt that one was good because the energy was good. So I put that one out first, and then I said, yeah, this feels good, so it's a good first.
So,
yeah.
What was wrong with the other guys?
The first one, my very first one with my homie Uran. Shout out to Uran.
Shout out. I mean, he cut you out of the podcast.
No,
homie?
No, he knows why.
What kind of a homie are you?
No, he knows why. Because, like, the 90% of that podcast was muted by accident.
You suck, man. I mean,
I know. Like, look,
why would you invite someone and mute him? That's just wrong.
It was the first one. I was in such a rush. I was on the mountain for most of the morning. Then I had to do a shoot. Then I got here and I was so rushed. Because that day we set up something to do a podcast.
Yeah,
It was, we had plans, and then because he lives in Sweden.
Okay.
So it was like the last few days of his stay here, and I was like, okay, let's do it, let's get it in. And I was such in a rush when I got here, it was late, and then I put something together quickly, and then I think it was like we were talking for like probably 4 hours now, and like towards like 3.5 hours, I realized, fuck, did I put the mics on?
Are you sure that we're not on the...
No, I checked. You know I did.
So basically, this is how I see it. You found a buddy in Sweden. He flies all the way over to your place.
Yeah.
To do a podcast.
Yeah.
You rush to put something together. I mean, you had such a long time to prepare. And then you mute the guy. That's disrespectful, man. I mean, if you're watching please.
It wasn't like that.
This is not your homie.
You know, it wasn't like that. You know, it wasn't like that.
Not your homie.
I was so disappointed, dude, because it was such a cool podcast. So I was like, that was gonna be like the actual first. And it was before like I set up everything with the computer, and because you see on the front of the screen over there, you can't see the mics, you can't see the audio levels, nothing on that screen over there.
Yeah.
But on the screen over here, you can see it clearly over here.
Yeah.
So now whenever I set up, I can see everything without looking on that screen now. So it's much better now. So now I don't have an excuse to mute or, to have any technical difficulties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Still, man, shame the guy flew out from Sweden
He's coming back in October.
just for the podcast and then going back home.
He said, fine, I'll fly down again.
Sucker for punishment.
Let's do it proper. That's probably going to be like a 2-part, 6-hour episode probably.
Yeah, you should make the most of it.
Yeah.
He's coming a long distance.
Because like the only reason why we cut that, because it was like after 1 in the morning. It was like, fuck dude, I'm tired. He's tired. Like his wife's waiting for him. He's got to go.
Cool.
So yeah. Yeah, man.
So why am I here?
You wanted to be here. You brought me a Gatsby.
Yeah.
You brought Cozy Corner Gatsby. So how could I say no?
You had to,
How could I say no?
I had to bring shame. You know. I had to bring you some food from the southern suburbs.
Any future guests who come, like, take notes from this guy. He came bearing gifts, like, so just note that. He came bearing gifts.
I mean, only because you're paying me to be on this podcast. So it's like, with the money that you gave me, I bought the Gatsby.
Oh my gosh.
I hope you paid your other guests. Yeah.
Don't be telling everyone I pay you.
Yeah. No, I just thought it's a standard thing. I'm sorry if I outed you now.
Dude, come on. Yeah, I should have signed a disclaimer. I should have signed a disclaimer.
Cool,
Fuck,
man.
Yeah.
So what do you want to talk about?
Anything. Let's talk about sex, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I had to have you on here, dude. I had to.
Yeah.
I had to. Like, we remember that one time in band camp when we were at Good Hope now, and then we were chilling, waiting outside the reception. What do they call
In
the
the
reception?
foyer.
The foyer area, yeah. And we're waiting to go on air, and then you told me like a crazy story, like, cause you basically told me that. I will sum it up, like, you were doing like radio interviews when I was like in primary school and I was like, holy shit, like there's a lot that people don't know about you, dude, like how much you've done.
I told you that in confidence. And then I put it out for the world to see.
I was like, I wasn't even thinking about that shit back then. I think I was like grade 2 or something, grade 1, and you were doing interviews. And then you also like, before then, like way before then, when you mixed and mastered my first album, you also told me like how you made your instrumentals, like you would take like okay, for people who don't know, cassette tapes, okay, there were 2 cassette, what do you call it, cassette player?
I don't know,
a
I'm not that
deck.
old.
It's called a double deck. And you
Yeah.
put one cassette of a song in there and another cassette, a blank tape, and usually the first 30 seconds of the song would be an intro, would be a blank intro, if the artist didn't
Yeah, a
shout
piece of
out
music
and say,
without any voices.
yeah, just like an instrumental. So you would like record that piece of the intro onto this blank tape, rewind it again on the original song, and stop and record from them.
So basically, you got your cassette where that's going to be blank. There's nothing on there.
Yeah.
So you play the intro. Take, for example, it was a Cypress Hill song, right?
Yeah.
So this beat's playing, and it's like 4 bars or something before he starts rapping. So that 4 bars, I press record on this cassette, press play on that, so it records the 4 bars, and then I press pause just before the next beat starts.
Yes.
Then I rewind it again, press play on there, and when that beat kicks in, you take it off again, so it continues. So basically, essentially creating loops on your cassette. A loop of that whole thing.
Yeah.
Which took like quite some time to get about a 5-minute loop. Yeah, songs were 5 minutes back there. A 5-minute loop, and that's how I had my instrumentals.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Sure. Was that like technically your first beats that you did?
No, not actually.
Really?
The first beats I made was before I started making beats.
How old were you?
Well, It was 1991, I think.
Dude.
19? No, not even. No, not 1990. It was 1990, I think.
I think
then,
people were still here that time, bro.
What I did, we had these tape decks, right?
Yeah.
And of course, I wanted to be in a rap group, whatever. So it was me, was my friend Janik, and it was my brother Ismail. We decided we're going to start a group called The Devastators.
Why that name, The Devastators? That's some dog shit, bro.
Why not? I mean, it's so awesome. Devastators, like... Anyway, so we started The Devastators, right? And there was a girl who lived in Janik's street, in fact, right opposite him. She had this Casio keyboard. Her name was Alison Spector? Alison Spector.
Is that a
One
name?
of the two, yeah. I can't remember the surname, but it's like Alison Spector. I think it's Spector. And she had this Casio keyboard.
Yeah.
And if you put the beat on, it was like...
Oh, one of those ones. Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
whoo, his beat's playing. And I was like, hey, guys, let's take this tape deck. And on the tape deck, you got this microphone, right? So we press record on the tape deck, press play on that thing. It's playing the beat.
Mm-hmm.
We asked Alison to play a melody. So I would say, play this, and she would play it. So on the microphone, it's recording the keyboard sound.
Yeah.
And then we stand around and we rapped on it.
Oh, wow.
And that was, we
Wow.
wrote 2 songs. Yeah.
What are the
I
songs
still
called?
remember the songs about it. I
Really?
remember it clearly.
Give me some bars, son.
No,
Give me
dude.
some bars, son.
It's not safe for public viewing.
What?
Yes. So yeah, we were hardcore also.
Okay. Obviously, Devastators.
Exactly.
Obviously.
Don't mess with the Devastators. Yeah, and then we did like 2 songs.
Okay. Can you just
That
say
was
for,
about it.
can you just for the record that you were a rapper?
Yeah.
People don't know this about you.
Yeah. I still am a rapper.
You was the hot stepper.
No. That song, by the way, everyone loves that song.
Yeah.
I never, ever liked that
What's
song.
wrong with
I
that song?
still don't like it when that song plays on the song and you start hearing the na 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 na. I'm like, no. Put this off, please.
What's wrong with that song?
I just didn't like it. There was just
What
some,
about the melody, the lyrics, or what?
I don't know. I just like,
I love that song.
it was the beat. It was, just everything about that song just didn't do it for me. I know it was massive when it came out.
Yeah, it
like
was a
people in my
giant
class,
song.
they were loving the song. People at
Yeah.
the school, they were loving it. The song went massive. I just didn't like it, and I still don't like it today.
Wow.
Like people will say, "Oh, that's a classic." No, not in my books.
Yo, that's sad, dude. Sad.
Well, it's a good thing though. It just shows that I don't follow what just because it's popular doesn't mean I will like it. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I liked Ice Ice Baby though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's strange.
And here's another thing. Vanilla Ice made it big. Made it big. He was massive.
Yeah.
Everyone loved him. When he started to become whack, like when people started thinking he was whack, they would deny that they ever liked his music.
Why would they deny
And I'll be
it?
like, I like it. I still like it today. In fact, I still have a Vanilla Ice CD.
Really?
Yeah?
But why would they deny that they liked him in the first place?
Because they don't want to be associated with something that was whack, that is deemed as whack. That was children back then.
But that was a dope song, period.
I know, as you get older, it becomes a classic. Now
Yeah.
people love it again.
Aye.
But when
These
it's
kids,
happening now,
these kids.
I'm telling you, I had friends who would be like, I never liked. I mean, there were friends of mine who went to watch the second Ninja Turtles movie just because Vanilla Ice was in there.
Oh, I
doing his
remember
ninja
that.
rap, right?
Yeah.
So when he became whack, they're like, I went to watch the Ninja Turtles for that movie,
Dude.
not for him.
Dude.
I'm not lying. They retracted their fandom,
They
their fanship, whatever you call it.
Yeah, that's sad, man. Yeah. But let's take it back. So you did 2 rap songs.
Damn, I tried to.
Yeah.
I tried to
No,
get away from that.
No, with me. They did 2 rap songs, right?
Yeah, just 2.
This son of a bitch.
I think Alison got tired of us using a keyboard because we would record at her house.
So how long did you have this group for? How long was this group established for? Like,
No, it was like probably. I mean, this was the lifespan of this is what we did. We would come together, write the raps.
yeah,
She plays any random beat
yeah.
and plays a piece of music, and we would rap. We have it on the cassette, and that would be it.
Oh,
Then we'll go outside and play cricket or something, or whatever in the road, you know. Yeah. So
and you obviously performed those songs as well.
no,
You didn't perform any of them.
no. I was still at primary school, dude.
There was a photo of you. I saw a photo
No,
of you.
that's later down the line.
Is that a different group?
Yeah, that was noise level.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My gosh. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
well, it still had the same people. In fact, we just expanded. So it was
Okay.
myself, was my brother Ismail, and my friend Jainik, right? We were the
Yeah.
Devastators. And then, as I said, we were still in primary school. When I went to high school,
Yeah.
and when was it? It was that was in 1990, 1991, around about there. Went to high school. Then I started to do it again in 1993. I think when Cypress Hill released what was it called? Black Sun? Was it Black Sun? What's the name of the album? Black Sunday. With Insane in the Membrane, Insane in the Brain, and all that stuff.
What album was that? I was listening to the other day actually. That's a dope album.
Yeah, no, that is a
That's
good
a
one.
dope
So there was a piece of music on there that I really
Yeah.
liked. And then I was like, I can make an instrumental with this. And I made the instrumental, showed it to my brother. He was like, yeah, that's cool. Showed it to Jainik. He was like, yeah, that's cool. So he said, let's start writing raps again. And then we were called, oh my goodness, we were called the Lords.
The what?
It was an acronym, right? It was Lords. It was LORDS.
What did
it
it
was
stand for?
Lords of Real Dope Sound. It was like,
Okay.
you know, we were cool, man. I mean, who wouldn't want to be that? Come on. Right? And then we made a song called just another thing. The song that just flowed. That was.
If you want, you can rap and they can come to you.
Okay.
And you rap out loud.
No. I still remember the song. We were called the Lords, but I think that song, the first song was called Coming with the Flow. The second song we did was called Time to Get Busy. And then we did a song, I think we had like 3 or 4 songs.
Okay.
So I used different backtracks or different tracks that I made from other people's songs.
Okay.
Using the same method of looping the intro, or if it's at the end of the song.
Yes.
So if you take these nuts on on the Chronic,
Yeah.
at the end the music plays like for a
Yes.
long. I'm like, hey, yeah, we're gonna use
This
this.
is perfect.
And that was called Time to Get Busy. That was probably our favorite song at the time.
Ah.
We didn't perform those songs too. We just recorded and we had it on cassette.
Okay.
Um,
What did you record it with?
oh, how we did that was I did the loop thing, right?
Yeah.
Recording the music onto the other cassette, the loop basically. And in the same way we did with Alison's keyboard, where she plays the keyboard there and the sound picks up on the microphone and picks us up on the microphone
Okay.
as well. Jainik had a tape deck too. So I would take the backtrack, put it in his tape deck, we press play there, so the sound from the speakers gets picked up on the microphone. So it wasn't like quality recordings, you know?
yeah.
It was just like
Yeah.
really weak recordings, but we
Yeah.
could hear ourselves, and that was awesome. So while the backtrack plays, we're singing, rapping, sorry, on with the microphone, and we have it on cassette.
Wow.
And it was really cool, and I mean, it wasn't bad, you know, for people just messing around.
Yeah.
What happened then? Because then that stopped. Then I got a drum machine. It was a drum machine that, okay, I know him as Jerome, I know him as MCJ, but you know Red Angel,
Yeah.
Man in the Mirror.
Yeah.
So he was at the same school. We wanted to perform at a school function, right?
Okay.
It was an awards night or something like that. It was going to be, and they said they got a slot open for a few people to perform.
Okay.
And we were like, let's put something together. And he's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, he's going to join us. So it was myself, Jainik, Ismail, and now Red Angel, or MCJ at the time. Then, because Jainik wasn't at our school, he couldn't perform with it. So it was just the three of us.
Yo.
And that's the photo that you saw. That was the award evening. That was the first time we ever performed anything of our song. No, I'm lying.
In what year was
Oh my
that?
gosh, I'm lying.
Okay.
I'm lying to you and to you. While we were still the Lords, we did the song, right? The first song we did with the Cypress Hill, I think it was Cock the Hammer or something.
Okay.
And then there was a teacher at my school, and she heard that we wrote raps, and she was like, look, I entered you into the voice search competition at Westgate Mall.
Before you. Oh, at
And
Westgate
I'm like,
Mall? Holy shit.
okay.
Levels.
And we're like, and we never performed before
Never,
in our
ever.
lives, okay?
Wow.
So, got to Westgate Mall, looking all gangster and our raps, you know, wearing fake earrings and stuff, you know. It was really whack, but really cool at the same time. We come there and we play the backtrack. We come on. We never rehearsed anything, so we got your cassette.
Didn't rehearse?
No.
Holy shit.
We just got there. We're like, okay, we must stand in the line. They gave us a number. We were number 4. They put the sticker on the cassette also, so they know, okay, number 4, number 4.
Yeah.
And then they announced, oh, we must come up. Okay, cool. We come up. We're going to perform now. We're standing. Yeah, music starts. Cool, cool, cool. We're rapping. We had to cut it down because you only had a certain amount of time to perform, so we cut the track down. Jainik's rapping. He forgets his words.
Whoa.
So he stands.
Choke.
Ismail and I both look at him and we're like, I was still like, yay! I was still like,
Did you say?
yeah, and Jainik was just standing there. And anyway, that was close to the end of the song because he did the third verse.
Oh, okay.
So now it ends. We walk off. We're like, okay, cool, whatever.
Wow.
We still got a call back because we were in the finals.
Really?
We're like, yeah.
Wow.
And then we performed it again with a different track. And then we got 4th place.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, out of 4
And you didn't
people,
even rehearse.
out of 4 different acts.
Wait. What?
No. We came 4th. Why are you laughing?
If you're not first, you're last.
I'm confiding in you and the rest of the world.
The way you set that up, man, it was, how dare you?
Why are you laughing? Okay.
Okay, you came fourth.
We came 4th, yes, we came 4th. And then we got, we each won 100 Rand vouchers.
Nice.
I mean, that was like
What did you spend-
1993 or
what did you spend that
1994.
on?
In fact, I still have, they gave you a certificate
Yeah.
to show that the Lords was a finalist in the voice. I still got it at home.
Oh, serious?
I'll send you a little screenshot of it.
Yo.
But that was 1994. So I told you we started writing in 93 again, right? So we wrote a few stuff and then we performed that in 94. After that, then we were going to, also in 1994, later that year, it was October the 24th, I remember, because of my mom's birthday. And it was, the awards night was on her birthday. Because I still remember at the end of the rap that we did, I still wished my mom happy birthday on
Oh, you
stage.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I got some brownie
Points.
That's my son.
Yeah. So then we performed on there with MCJ.
Okay.
And then after that, we were like, hey, let's continue doing this. So we then we thought of names. We didn't know what to come up with. You know, there were so many different whack names we came up with. And my sister just said, you guys make a lot of noise.
What?
Yeah. And then she said, why don't you call yourselves Noise Level?
Oh.
Like, okay, why not?
Sounds
Noise
good.
Level. There was Black Noise and all this stuff. We're like, Noise Level. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Noise Level. So MCJ, Jerome, Red Angel, he joined. But he was going to do like the ragamuffin, right? So he was like, blah, 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 blah.
yeah,
It was really
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I still have recordings of it, by the way.
Yo.
I still have
The streets.
recording. We did a recording in 1995. We did 3 or 4 songs. And I still have the recording.
Yo.
Very bad. No one will ever hear that. Only me. And whoever was part of the group. later on, then my friend Daryl Jacobs, he joined. He called himself many things. It was Little Puppet first, and then it was it was Little Puppet. It was, I forget the other names, but okay. Yeah, and then JD, he called him JD, like DJ, JD, Daryl Jacobs, whatever it was. Anyway, so he joined the group, and then we were 5 in a group. Then we performed at City Hall and a few other places, and so we didn't it wasn't professional anymore. We did it for fun. We didn't get paid for anything.
Yeah,
It was just like, fun. Man, we rappers.
Yeah.
We would rap in our room and we will walk around in the streets thinking that the world knows us, you know what I mean? You know that feeling?
Yeah.
It's like, I just recorded a song. Someone comes and talks to you, he's like, do you know who you're talking to, man?
Do you know who I am, yo?
Do you know? I was just in my room and I just recorded a song. You can do the same. Yeah. But then again, that was in a time where it wasn't easy to have stuff recorded because you would need to go to a proper studio or have like a studio setup, but you need like tons and tons of equipment and know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
It wasn't about recording on computers and all that stuff. Why am I looking at the camera all the time? I'm talking to you too. So that, and then at the end, 1996 was the last that we ever performed, and that was when we all just kind of went our own ways and stuff. We stopped rapping.
Retired from the rap game.
Yeah, retired from the rap game. I still went on making beats and stuff, you know. Then I got a PC in 1997.
Well, okay, like was your passion always to making beats first before rapping?
Yeah, no, I was look, when I was like really young, and my dad was playing music, and so I always used to try and dissect the music. So I could break away the bass from the drums and what the guitars are doing, what the keys are doing, even what they're singing. That's why when I listen to music these days, people will say, oh, did you hear the lyrics? The lyrics is the last thing I hear. I'm like, I don't know what the song's about. But if the song catches me, it will either first be the beat, the melodies, and just the energy of it.
Yes.
That is what will make me like a song.
Okay.
First. If someone says, listen to the lyrics, the lyrics, then I'll go and I'll be like, okay, cool. Cool lyrics, but doesn't matter to me. I like the beat, you know?
Yeah.
So I was more always into making music, trying to put things together. Before I could had any of those of the equipment, you remember you used to get these little piano kind of things, tiny like this, then you can like press the buttons.
I've seen those, yeah.
And when I first got that, I heard Stevie Wonder, I Just Called to Say I Love You.
Oh, yeah.
So I would try and play that melody. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, I can make music. So that was, So as I said, how I made my beats, right, was like that. The night that we performed at the awards evening at the school, that was Jerome, MCJ, Red Angel, brought a drum machine to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa, this is awesome.
Oh.
Drum machine. So I like plugged the headphones in. I'm like, I can make my own beats now.
Was it
you
like
know
an MPC or before?
No. A drum machine was a Roland TR-707.
Oh.
Yeah. So I got photos of it. I'll show you. We make the beats so you can program beats. You know, you kind of like got like a 4-bar loop, a 1-bar loop or something, and you can store that into that pad, make another beat, another pattern, another pattern, and another pattern.
Oh.
So you can do it like real time. So you got different patterns at different breaks. You can press play on that thing, right? So now you say, okay, let it loop 3 bars. We're going to do that. On the 4th bar, I'm going to make it that it's going to have a break. So just before it starts, you press that one. So now it plays that beat. Put it back to the first one. Okay, I want that pattern, that pattern. So you do it real time in a sense. You can program it that it does all by itself too. So then I would take that, and again with a tape recorder, right? But now I had a different thing. It was my dad's old tape recorder, and it had like an aux in. So I'm like, cool. So you don't need a microphone to record the sound. You plug the thing in, and it records like the direct sound onto the cassette. I'm talking a lot here, and you people are probably getting so bored. I'm so sorry, but I'm talking anyway. So what I would do is then, I had like a headphone jack coming out of the drum machine.
Yeah.
That then goes out into your aux cables, you know, your left and your right, that can go in there. But now I'm thinking I can only record drums then. I've got a keyboard here that my friend Gershwin Langeveld, thank you for that small keyboard that I was using. I remember everyone and I'll give them all shout outs. So he said I could use his keyboard, right?
Yeah.
And that had also a headphone out.
Oh.
But I didn't have another aux connection at the back to plug it in.
Okay.
So I could only record one thing at a time. So I need to give shout out to my dad now.
Splitter.
Because he came and he says, okay, cool. Let's take, how did we do it? We connected the two jacks, right? From the headphones out.
Yeah.
We connected those two. So you put it in and it's going, so this one is feeding to that thing going into one RCA kind of thing.
Oh.
So I can play this and I can play this and it's both sharing the one aux in. You know, we used to like making makeshift things like that. Press record.
Was it before the
got
time
that.
the splitter was invented?
What splitter?
A splitter.
Oh yeah, no, maybe it was invented. We just didn't have it.
Yeah.
I mean, so I would play the drum machine, play the key. I remember the melody. It was dun 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 dun
remember
dun
that
dun
melody?
dun.
Wow.
I still have the recording at home.
Oh.
So yeah, but yeah, I do remember it. I'll never forget it. Sorry. So then I made the backtrack. Tape in there, play the drum machine. So I would program the drum machine while playing this melody over and over and over. It was just loop, 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 loop. I had my backtrack, gave it to the teacher at school. And at that time, people never used backtracks before to rap to. They would always come on stage and it would be like someone's going to beatbox and the other guy will rap, you know? So it was like that.
Yes.
They're like, okay, I say play this. And they played it and we rapped.
Wow.
And then they said, okay, you guys can do the awards night because you have backtrack. I'm
Yes.
like, yeah. So then we performed, people were going crazy, it was nice. And yeah, that was that. That was Noise Level.
That's awesome.
That's my journey as a rapper.
As a rapper.
And also the start of me
start of
producing, yeah.
Producing, yeah. So okay. So after the rap group was done with, right? You decided I'm gonna continue this and I'm gonna make beats, you know. What was that like? What's that process like? Like you decided, nah, I'm gonna do this, but did you have people to sing on your beats? Were you just making beats or?
No. So, as I said, when I was small, I was just like breaking down things. So there were pieces of music that would really just stick with me, and I would love, especially TV themes. TV themes songs. So you've got Robotech, that stuck in my head.
Oh, wow.
Knight Rider, all those things, Airwolf. Anything that had a cool theme, Thundercats, all these things. So, Back to the Future, all those things even.
Yeah.
Movies, Terminator, Predator, all those things. So when I got and I always used to be limited to just a drum machine and a keyboard. So recording two things at a time. And you know, when you listen to this music, you know there are layers of music.
Yes,
And it's like,
yes.
man, how am I going to be able to do that? Then in 1997, when I got a computer, Sound Blaster,
Oh yeah.
and a program called MIDI Orchestrator Plus.
Holy shit! You got the plus, yo.
Yeah, MIDI Orchestrator Plus.
Plus.
And then you can layer 16 instruments. Just MIDI.
16.
Just MIDI, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't record audio. And it was like very poor quality sounds, but I mean, I could layer it. So
Yes.
I just needed something to play melodies. You could choose between 128 instruments, which didn't really sound like the instruments though, because it was like 8-bit kind of sounds. But yeah, it was good. And the first things I did Robotech, I did Thundercats, I did Inspector Gadget, I did all those things first. So I would just like learn how to make it. Because like
your favorite stuff.
Yeah, and I did it from memory because like I said, when I was small, I would break down the parts of a piece of music, the bass and all of that. So I put that together. Then, from there, I always wanted to just make music. It was just going to be a hobby. I was always going to be like, okay, get a job, whatever, work, which I did. But this would always be like my thing that I did. And then I realized, hey, there was someone who needed backtracks, right?
Okay.
Because they wanted to perform at school. Her name was Myrna Burgess.
Oh.
The baby boo at the time, she called herself, yeah.
Yeah.
And she would perform at the schools, and she would need backtracks. And then I started charging to make backtracks, and I charged 80 Rand per backtrack.
Wow.
And I was like, I am stinking rich. I was like, whoa, 80 Rand
Bitch, I'm the
for
man.
something that I love to do.
I'm the man.
Yeah. And I charged 80 Rand for that. And she would need like 1 or 2 or 3 sometimes. And I'd be like, this is so cool. Make the backtracks, and I would love it. Eh? And I didn't have a keyboard at the time because I didn't have it connected to the computer.
Oh.
So I would make it with a mouse. So you know, you got
Wow.
your
So you
piano
would-
roll.
yes.
I would draw in each note.
Wow.
In fact, I entered the voice search competition later on again, much later, singing this time with my cousin, Yumna. And we wanted to do.
Wait. You sang?
No, don't sidetrack. Wait. That's not the gist of the story.
Wait.
That's not the point of it.
Wait.
Yes.
You sang.
Yeah. Do you want me to sing?
Yes.
Okay. What must I sing? Wait,
Any-
I'll sing something. Okay.
You son of a bitch.
I sang. Okay, so we sang.
Wait,
right?
I didn't know this.
It's okay.
You were a rapper and a singer turned rapper.
I'm a Jedi. You will forget I said I sing.
Wait, what songs did you sing?
Question.
What songs
The
did you?
force is not working.
What songs did you sing?
No. Just the one song. We entered the voice search.
Okay, why I'm so freaked out about this? This is someone that doesn't like to be recorded. He doesn't like his voice on anything.
That's true.
And to hear this, that he's a rapper and a singer, I mean, it's mind blowing to me. So yeah.
I'm not a rapper and a singer. I rapped and I sung, but I'm not a rapper and I'm not a singer.
But you can still sing.
Eh?
This is
No, I
why
mean I
you
can hold a tune. So even
Okay.
with artists who I record now, if I say no, try and sing this, try and sing that, sing this harmony, sing that, I can guide them.
Okay, but word on the street is that you can't sing.
Melodies.
I spoke to some people in the streets about your singing abilities. I want to verify.
Oh, so you
it.
spoke to someone before?
Yeah.
So why would you act surprised when I told you I sing?
Because I didn't believe it.
So you didn't believe them?
No.
So you didn't believe in me?
No, I didn't
So when
believe
they told you I could sing, you were like, "Psh, no. Is that the kind of friend you are?
Yes.
See, I told you. What's his name? Duran.
Who?
Your friend?
Oh, you ran.
Uran.
Uran, yeah.
Uran. You see? He does it to me too. He's not my homie. He's not my homie.
No.
People said I could sing and he was like, no, he can't. You're supposed to back me up, dude.
No. The thing is, I wanted to hear for myself. I didn't believe rumors. I liked speaking to the source.
Well, yeah, I told you I can sing. It's still a rumor.
So
Because you haven't heard anything. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
what did you sing?
Well, that's what I'm trying to get
Okay,
to.
okay.
So at the time, Shania Twain, From This Moment, right? There's a version where she sings with a guy, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Let's sing that song. It was big at the time. We entered, and we made it through to I think we made it through to the second round.
Really?
Something like that, yeah. But I had to make, I just said but like my 7-year-old son now. He always says something, but, and then he goes and saying, it's like stuck in my head anyway, so, but. The backtrack I had to make. So I listened to the song. Now I started with the drums. And I'm telling you, I tried to make it as close as possible to the song.
Wow.
It took me probably a month or something to make that because I had to draw in each note.
Piano roll is crazy.
You know, the guitar solo,
Yeah.
all of those things I had to draw in. I had to try and make it sound like that. The strings, the piano, everything. And I don't know what I did with that backtrack because
So you don't have it saved anymore anyway.
I don't, so it's a rumor. So,
did you record yourself singing?
no, we didn't record
You didn't
ourselves singing. We
okay.
just performed at
So
that.
okay, so there's no proof out there in these streets that you actually sang, unless it wasn't.
Only people's accounts of
Okay.
seeing me do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's no.
Even
like-
Iman, my wife, has she's still saying, Ebrahim, I still want to hear you sing.
You haven't even
Because I
sang
used to
for
sing.
her?
We used to sing at school too. We used to. So it used to be me, Jerome, Red Angel, my friend Brandon Abrams, and Nigel van Wyk.
Yeah.
And they used to sing mostly together, and so every once in a while I would also come in and maybe do a fourth harmony or something. I would never sing a solo piece. It would always be Brandon, Nigel, or Jerome doing the leads, but I would be a supporting voice as well.
Okay.
And we sang at someone's birthday party, I remember as well. So yeah, it was stuff like that, but there's no recordings, there's no evidence.
So you haven't sang for your wife either?
No.
I can't believe that. That's so
must I?
crazy.
I'll rap to her.
But it's your wife.
How do you want it? Yeah. I'll sing that. That's how I sang to my wife when I first saw her.
Oh my gosh.
And she was blown away, and she was like, whoa, I must be with you. You are going to be my husband. And I said,
I need to marry this guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then we got married. Tupac saved us.
What? Tupac said.
But, so
I can't believe, I mean, it's your wife. Yeah, okay. It's
So
crazy,
yeah, so
man.
that comes back to, I always get so sidetracked, you know. The point of the story was I used to make the music with a mouse. And the biggest track that I made with a mouse was that From This Moment On song. Because it was like, it's a massive song. It's the instrumentation is crazy on that song. And I was so proud of that. And I did it with a mouse. Only later on in life, my friend Terence gave me, Terence Rode.
Oh, yeah?
He gave me a keyboard that he wasn't using.
How? This goes, like, when did you meet Terence? Was he at school with you?
Yeah, see, I'm jumping all over. No, Terence wasn't at school with me.
Oh.
In 1999, I decided I wanted to do some kind of course in sound engineering, audio engineering, because at the time, I was working at a company called Alpine Lounge doing furniture design.
Okay.
So then I wanted to work in radio, like doing their sound and things like that, doing their jingles and things.
Yeah.
But in order to get a job like that, you would need the papers.
Okay.
So I decided, okay, I can do these things, but they won't know they're going to need the papers. So I did the course to do that. So when I went on the course, that's where I met Terence.
Oh, okay.
And then Terence and I started talking, and then he knew of me.
Oh.
Based
In these streets singing.
You know what I'm saying?
Being a platinum singer.
But no, check it out. It's he knew me because of my friend Nuran Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
So
Shout out to Nuran.
I met Nuran in 1995.
Yeah.
How we met was because her cousin was in my class, Najwa Arnold. She was in my class, and I used to rap, and then Mark Gilman used to have this thing called 60 Seconds to Comply, where he plays a beat and you got 60 seconds to rap.
Oh.
Najwa was in my class, asked me if I listened to 60 Seconds to Comply the night before. I said, yes. He said, did you hear the girl? That's my cousin. And I was like, okay, cool, put me in touch with her. You know, it'll be cool to chat because maybe we can rap and stuff. And that's how we became friends.
Yeah.
And ever since then, we've been buddies, like
Wow.
still good friends. I chatted to her now the other day. So she knew Terence because Terence was a DJ. And I think it was from Bush Radio or UCT Radio, I think, something like that.
wow.
So she knew him from there. I think that's how they met. And she used to say, oh, he's this guy who makes music on a computer. And Terence was like, who makes music on a computer? It sounds like you. Mr. Mallum can sing. He can't sing. She would tell him he makes music on a computer. And he was like, this girl is probably talking nonsense.
Bullshit.
I mean, who makes music on a computer?
Yeah.
And then he met me at the
so
course and he said, oh, I heard about you. And we spoke about it, and I told him I'll make music on a computer. And he's like, wow, I didn't know it was possible. And then that's how we became friends. He had to drop out, though, because he didn't have transport to get there all the time.
Wow.
But we stayed in touch. And till today, we're still very good friends and stuff. He's out over in New Zealand now.
Yeah,
but
New Zealand.
Still good friends. Very good friend. I mean, he opened a lot of doors for me as well.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of people who open doors for me that I will never, ever forget. But yeah, and where was I going with this?
Just before we continue, while we're gathering your thoughts.
Oh, Terence, I don't meet him.
I met Nuran in Sweden, dude. Like,
Yeah.
strange. Like, I didn't know she knew him or nothing. Like, random. I was in the club, and she was there, and we got talking. And I said I'm from Cape Town, and she says she used to live in Cape Town. She grew up in Cape Town, and then we got talking about music, and she asked if I know this guy. And then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, like this is a small world.
Jeez, eh?
Like,
But how weird is it that like
this is a small world.
like
Yeah.
everyone
It's
we know
connected.
knows everyone we know.
Yeah,
It's, like
it's so
crazy. I don't
so
know.
weird, so weird. But yeah, you were saying
Yeah, that's how. I
with
met him.
regards to the Alpine
Oh
Lounge.
yes, Alpine Lounge. Then I
Yeah.
wanted to get the. See, I always get so sidetracked. Like
No,
one
it's
thing
good,
leads
it's
to
good,
another.
it's good.
I wanted to get the papers so that I
Yeah.
could apply for a job and so on. And then I got the papers. And I was like, I don't want to work for a radio station. And I just started to save up with the money that I was, because I wanted to do my own things.
Okay. So,
So I wanted
even
to start my
from
own
back
studio.
then, you wanted to do your own thing.
I wanted to, yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought, okay, look, there were a couple of things in that course that kind of, I learned a lot in there. Like, I mean, I didn't know what aux sends were and aux returns and so. And I mean, everything was analog. Then we recorded to tape and stuff. We used the computer, but we
Yeah.
used the computer only to record your final master
Oh.
onto the computer. So you would have a stereo wave and you put it on a CD. That was it. There was no processing or anything on the computer.
Wow.
So everything was done live on a mixing desk and
That's
stuff,
crazy, bro.
which is really cool. And you got your external
Yeah.
effects units and compressors and all this stuff. So it was fun. So,
So you would record, and every effect you would do would be live.
yeah, everything.
Wow.
So I still have the song that I mixed for my practical. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You have
still
to.
have that?
There'll be some moments of silence while I think, because late nights do this to me.
As for the homies, I couldn't be here. You know, moment of silence.
So I still have it. It was of a band called Tube Screamers, and the song was called Joan of Arc.
Oh, wow.
So what we would do is play it. So we did our practical in pairs, right? So it was me and this other guy, and then I told him he could go first. Strategic move.
Of course.
So that I could hear the song.
Yes.
So while he was doing, he did
could
some weird
really-
stuff because he panned the drums right and
Oh.
panned the bass that way, as some EQs and so, you know. But anyway, it's fine, he did his thing. And the song would play from start to finish. So when I did my thing, I was like, okay, how am I gonna,
That's
what am I
so
gonna do?
crazy. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around mixing it live.
Yeah,
like,
so it's live.
While,
So
while
here's-
it's playing and you
here's the
mix it.
mixing disc, right?
I'm still like,
It was a
yeah.
32 channel mixer.
Yeah, dude.
So we're going and I'm like, okay, what I'm gonna do is, before I record, I did a pass first, like just play around with it. So I muted all the drums. I muted the bass and I kept the vocals and stuff. Now, this is me mixing, but I'm also producing at the same time. Because they recorded the song. The song was
It's
done.
done.
All we needed to do was let it play through the mixer, turn the knobs, compress, record, you know what I mean? The song, the arrangement is done. But I thought, I'm going to do my own thing.
Yes.
So I muted the drums. When that comes in, I push the drums up, you know, as the thing comes to the chorus,
Like progression.
you know?
Yeah.
So I had the drums down, muted, and then just in case there's any bleed on those tracks. So what I did was, as it's building up to the chorus, I unmuted, I remembered it, and I was still pushing it up because now the drums are like da 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 da, and it comes in, right? So as they're going, I'm doing like this build up, playing there, and as I do that, because the bass was right next to it, I came up then and I unmuted the bass to come in when the chorus comes in. And then in the second verse, I muted the bass again. And then we didn't have a wah pedal, but they had this cool, like just a ring for the guitar. But I wanted it to do wah, 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 wah. So what I did was, I took the frequency knob, right? And I did this with a frequency knob.
Oh, then it.
But
Oh,
I made the
I see what you're saying.
you made the cue very very narrow, so it's like you're sweeping across
Yes,
so it
yes.
sounded like a wow
Yes,
wow, wow
I
kind
know
of
what you
thing.
mean, yeah.
And it was kind of cool. So I did that, and then I just recorded that. But you do it live while you're recording onto the computer
That
and doing it,
sounds so
doing.
crazy.
And then on my fade out, I cut it off a bit. So the fade was like, and they mark you on all of that, and it cut. I'm like, oh crap. So I put it onto CD, went home because I had a computer.
Yeah.
I had the same software.
Yeah.
Put it in there. I just made the fade.
Oh,
Put it back on the CD.
You son of a bitch.
I know.
How
And
dare
then
you?
I passed with the whole course I passed 95%.
Wow. And the practical, did they give you actual feedback to say like what they loved about the way you mixed
Yes,
it? Or?
and in your like your final marks and stuff, they'll tell you what it is they liked about it, and they said they liked the dynamic in it and how I used like my own ideas to make the song build a bit and so.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
So anyway, yeah. So I didn't want to do the radio thing anymore. It's sidetracked.
That's okay. It's okay, dude. You don't have to stick to it.
I didn't want to do the radio thing anymore. Yeah, I wanted to just go on doing my own studio thing.
Yeah.
So with the money that I was making at Alpine, I would buy pieces of equipment.
Gradually.
You know, just gradually. And so,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's the rest is history. And like I say, that this course was, of course, after I used to make the backtracks for Myrna.
You see what he did there? This course was, of course. Yeah.
This course was, of course, see, lyricist. Got bars, of course.
Boss, son.
So, yeah, so I was making backtracks. So, and then later on, I would still continue making backtracks. And so, then with Terence would send me instrumentals.
Oh.
By that time, I'd moved on to Fruity Loops already.
Oh.
So
I think everyone started at Fruity at some point.
that was in 2000 and it was 2000 or 2001.
True.
Somewhere down there. Wow. So Terence would send me acapellas.
Wow.
And then I would get the tempo of the song and I would make a track in Fruity Loops. I export that because you couldn't put audio into Fruity Loops at the time. Export the instrumental, put it into Cool Acid Pro. Yeah. Right?
Wow.
So I had the backtrack there.
Yeah.
Took the acapella, like a DJ would do now, playing instrumental and stuff.
Yes, yes.
And I did it there, and that would be the remix. And I would make remixes.
Oh, wow.
At the time, Terence was doing DJ mixes on Diggy Bong Show on Good Up FM at the time.
Okay.
And then I did a remix of You Rock My World of Michael Jackson.
Oh.
And I did my own version of it.
Dope song.
And then
Dope song.
Diggy Bongs heard it, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, we must play this, we must play this." And Terence asked me, "Is it okay to play it?" I'm like, "Yeah, play it." And that was the first time I heard my name on the radio.
On the radio, wow.
The first interview I did.
How old are you then?
I can't remember.
But after high school?
Probably, yeah, no, I was like in my 20s, probably like 20, 21,
Oh, okay.
21, 22,
Okay.
somewhere down there,
Yeah.
I think. And he played it. And he played that song. And I'm telling you, all I asked Terence to say was, please let him say my name.
Yeah.
And I did it. And he said it like probably 10
Oh
times.
my gosh.
That was the TNT remix.
Wow.
Remixed by Ebrahim Mallum
Yo.
from Montana. And he was saying,
Yeah.
wow, I was so blown away with this. Man, his name is Ebrahim Mallum. I'm like, I was like, I'm famous.
But that's the cool thing about Diggy, man. Like, he gives props. Like, he shouts you out. Like.
Diggy, since that time, Diggy has still been in my corner. Since that time. Diggy's like such a cool guy. You know, he's like such a humble guy, but such, like, if he sees talent, he's like, he's
sure.
gonna try and go out of his way to
Like,
try and get you.
Like that song,
where you need to be.
like the song "Beautiful Superstar" that we did. Like he had a segment on his show. Like people can call in and give feedback about this. I was like, holy shit, who does that? Like, wait, what? Yo, and even like you sent me like emails and stuff. We were liaising. I was like,
Was you stalking him?
A little bit, but it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
No, but I was just blown. I was like, whoa. I was even talking about the music video on there as well. I was like, yo, this is crazy. So shout out to Diggy, man. Shout out to Diggy.
Man, I have no idea what this whole thing is gonna look like at the end.
What do you mean?
Because I'm just talking and I'm in my mind, you know?
It's okay.
So I don't even know what I'm doing.
No, it's okay. I don't know what I'm doing.
I know you know what you're doing. I tell you that all the time. What are you doing? You don't know what you're doing. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, and that was that. And then from Diggy Bongs, then making it a weekly thing where I have to send in remixes
Oh wow.
Yeah, I used to send it in, and you should just play it, and then
That's dope.
you would get me in the studio, and we would talk about the remix.
That's dope.
And
Yo.
from there, I got a call from Terence telling me that Tali Peterson heard one of the remixes I did.
Really?
And he wanted to meet up with me to do
That's
remixes
dope.
for the District 6 songs. So I went and met with Tali Peterson.
Yo.
We went back and forth with trying to do some remixes and so. And then there was the Jag project that he wanted me to work on. That was still with Emo Adams and Lukman Adams, with Noor Abrams and so. He was talking to me about the Jag project that he wanted me to do. But then I got busy with some other things I wanted to do and kind of like neglected the remixes and so. And I think Talib probably took it as, oh no, this guy's not interested or whatever. Or Talib was probably thinking, oh, he's wasting my time or whatever. And then that kind of just fizzled out.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like that in my youth. I would get focused on something else, and I'm like full on that. And it's like, oh crap, I have to still do this.
I forgot about that, yeah.
And so
You're
that's
still kind of like that though.
I am. I'm a focus, and when my focus is more on something else, my focus is less on this, but my focus is still on it. I mean, it's in the back of my mind. I know I must do it. But even, I mean, look, it's even worse now in a sense not because of work. I'm more focused work-wise.
Yeah.
But since having kids, don't do it.
I knew it. It's a trap.
It's a trap. Look, I love it, but it's a trap. It's such a trap, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but okay, yeah. Yeah, and then, yes, I was still working at Alpine at the time, and then I've got a big head.
I've got a big head.
No, my head's bigger than yours.
Look, it's because of your hair.
No, my head, my face.
Oh, your face. Actually, you do have a bigger head than mine.
Yeah, maybe it's to hold my bigger brain. I don't know.
You son of a bitch.
Okay. Okay, so you can record when
We are recording?
Oh snap!
Yeah.
I didn't mean that. Alvin has a big brain, probably as big as mine. So my brain is not bigger than his. We have the same size brain. Okay. Yes. Then I was at Alpine. This other guy who used to work at Alpine too. He was also a DJ, or he's still a DJ, and he was also, we still love just talking about music. His name is Alan Maxwell, and he brought me this newspaper clipping that Mama Dance Records are they're looking for producers to produce for their artists because they starting to do the albums and so, and submit any demos that you have. And he's like, do it. I'm like, oh, no, man, I'm not going to do that. They're not going to take me seriously.
You were still
And then,
at the time 21.
Sorry. Dude, I just knock on the...
No, it's fine.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I can't remember how old I was. It's in my 20s somewhere.
Okay.
Probably like 21, 22, somewhere
Okay.
down there.
Okay.
And then he like wanted me to do this thing, send it. They're not going to take me seriously because at the time, you remember KB? KB that was on Backstage.
Yes.
Life is Good.
Yes.
Jerusha released Are You the One for Me at the time. So Mama Dance was quite big at the time. And I was like, no, they're not going to take me seriously. And he's like, just send it. So I phoned the number and I said,
look. It was like the phone. You couldn't
you had the
email
phone. I could email it, but I think, because at the time to try and email
a CD.
a 3 meg or a few MP3s or something, over...
No, but there wasn't MP3s back then, right?
Of course there were MP3s.
How long?
Yes.
Dude, wait.
Yes, there were MP3s. MP3s were...
In what year was this?
Do you remember... Remember
the time.
Yes. Do you remember Winamp?
Yes.
Winamp was out that time already, dude.
Okay, wait. I'm still stuck in the 80s here. I'm still...
Yeah.
I tried to figure out how old you really are.
No. I'm not old.
Okay.
I'll put it out there. I'm 29. So
okay, my bad.
So then, but to try and
bad.
send a 3 meg, even just one 3
And they were
megabyte
still dial-up.
MP3 over dial-up,
Oh my gosh.
no, it's not going to work.
Was it like 28.8 speeds back then?
Gee, I don't know.
If you were lucky?
Don't even ask me what we had there.
Yeah.
But okay. So then I spoke to Craig at Mama Dance, and we set up a time to go meet. So I took a CD with my things, going to Mama Dance. I'm like, oh, check it out. They got cool microphones and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And I played him the stuff, and he loved it.
Wow.
And he's like, okay, I'm going to put you on this remix to remix KB's Life is Good. And I did a remix of that. And then after that, he was like, okay, Jerusha's busy with that album. I'd like you to produce on there. And I ended up producing on about 5 or 6 songs on the album or something, which was really cool. And of course, when the CDs came out, I went to work and I was like, I took a photo, I scanned the CD inlay with my name being like circled, and I sent it to everyone at work.
Oh my word.
I'm famous! I wasn't famous. Still not, but okay.
Like, just going back then, like, where did that confidence come from to say, I can produce for these stars, so to speak, like, at that age? Like, where did it just come from? Like,
look, for me, when you're
that
young,
takes balls, like,
when you're young and you like something, you see the stuff that you like, you think everyone likes the same stuff. So I always used to like certain music. I used to like something used to draw me to it, and when I used to make these beats and stuff, I always used to be like, wow, I can do this, you know what I mean? And I didn't know a lot of people who could do what I was doing in my bedroom kind of thing. Like even Diggy Bonds at the time was like, you're doing this in your bedroom.
wow.
People's been doing it in their bedrooms way before me. I mean, if you take your POCs, if you take if you take Patrick Hickey, for example, I mean, they had the equipment, they had like the MPCs and the mixers and stuff. I didn't have that stuff, so I was making it my own little way. Kind of like BSing my way through, if you know what I mean. It's like, here's the end product, don't ask me how I made it. But so I liked what I was turning out, and I wanted people to hear it. Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't really a confidence thing. It was just that I wanted people to hear, to see, am I good enough? But I wasn't going to be scared and cut myself short without trying. So I was like, what's the worst I can say? Is no. It's just it. Yes, I will be depressed. I'll be sitting in the shower crying, whatever.
Yeah, or in a fetal
But
position.
hey,
sucking your thumb, playing love songs.
Love songs. From this moment, the backtrack that I made. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. So, where was I? Mama Dance. Yeah, so it wasn't a confidence thing really, but I thought, let me go try. And then he liked it, and I was like, great. And through Mama Dance, I met with Eclipse, then we did his album. I met with, then there were other people who came and went, and then I met with Chad. That was 2006 now. Chad was on Idols.
Was he on Idols?
Chad was on Idols.
I didn't know that.
I think it was season 1. Season
Really?
1 or season 2, I can't remember.
I didn't know
think it was
that.
season 1.
Yeah.
But he was on Idols, right? He made it to the top, I can't remember. He didn't make it to the stage, like the live performance
on TV
rounds, yeah. So just before that, he made it quite far.
Okay.
But my cousin was in his class, so my cousin would always tell me he must work with Chad. So I was like, okay, cool, And then because Chad lived in the area with my cousin too.
Okay.
So once we were there, Chad walked past, and we always spoke about, we must work together, whatever. This was 2004 or something like that we spoke like that.
Yeah.
2006 came, where Chad released a song. I can't remember which one it was, but it was produced by some other guys. In fact, he released 2 songs, I think. Yeah, before I contacted him, I sent him an email or inbox on Facebook. I can't remember. And I was like, yeah, let's work together, let's work on some music. And he was like, cool. And we met up and we spoke. He wrote some good songs, and I was like, great. We struck some kind of a deal that I'm going to do his album for him.
What was the first song you guys made together?
Moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we made that song, we sent it out to radio, and it went quite cool. And then we spoke about it, went big, went on the charts, went to #1 for a while.
Wow.
And then we decided we're going to do the album. But then I told him about this idea that I had since high school days about starting a label.
Okay.
And how the label must, like how it should be run. Rather than have a label, you know, it was going to kind of be like on that death row kind of formula.
Yes.
Where I say, usually labels will be like, let's say Sony. Let's say Sony has Michael Jackson, they have Mariah Carey, but they're all separate artists under this label. They're not, Michael Jackson isn't associated with Mariah Carey in any way.
Yeah.
But if you take Death Row, Dr. Dre released an album. We all know Dr. Dre. We never knew who Snoop was, who these guys, Daz, Corrupt, and all of them. But Dr. Dre would feature them on the album.
Yes.
That means that, okay, cool, this is a dope album. So when Snoop releases his album, people already know of him.
They already know, yes.
You know? And also, if artists of Death Row had to come somewhere, people would know. That's Death Row, they're all together. And I said, that is how we should like do this label. So we're like, okay, cool, let's go for it. We got Lester Hine on board to do marketing and like the social media stuff. And then we got Lee Simon, his brother, on board to like be like the managing director to kind of like finance things or to kind of run with the stuff. Because I just wanted to focus on production.
The music, yes.
And Chad would be our first artist, but also you want to focus like on artist development and songwriting and all those things. So we did his album first. We had a meeting, we came up with the name Stereotype Records.
Okay. Okay, before I answer the other question, where did the name come from?
We had a meeting and we came up with the name Stereotype Records.
But there's no like meaning behind it or anything like that.
No, we were sitting there, you know, we were at the waterfront at, what was that place called? La Playa, whatever, I can't remember. It's now called Cacho at the waterfront. And we were sitting there one night, all just brainstorming, throwing out ideas, and nothing just stuck. And we were trying to play on words and so, you know. And what we wanted to be as a label was like break the stereotype of that. And of course, stereo. Stereo is like music, sound, and so. Okay. And then I think Lester threw out, oh, what about Stereotype?
Oh.
And we say, yeah, Stereotype Records, yeah. And it stuck, and we took that.
You ran with it.
So on Chad's album.
Okay, now with regards to Chad, right, you said you wanted to do Chad's album, he was going to be the first artist, right?
Yeah.
In that process, like, who did Chad also want to bring on board? Because, you know, to feature on that album, like who?
Well, so here's the thing. On Chad's album, we started recording the songs. We had Moving On, we had Seeing Stars out there, and they were both doing well on the charts. Then we got Byron Clark on board as well.
Was he number 2?
He was the artist that was going to come next. There was Kino, and there was Lloyd was also going to do it, but I think we focused on doing Byron's album next because Byron featured on one or two, I can't remember, of Chad's songs.
Okay.
And wherever if Stereotype Records would be hosting an event, they would see Byron Clark there as well, you know?
I saw that link, yeah.
And then Chad's album was SAMA nominated. So that was great for Best Pop Album. After that, we did Byron's album. His album was also SAMA nominated for Best Pop.
I went to high school with Byron, actually.
Is it?
Yeah. And then through his process, like, album wasn't done yet. I remember, like, because I had business with his brother. His brother was doing my album cover.
Oh, yes.
At the time, yeah.
I put you in touch with him.
Yeah, you did, yeah. So I would go over there, and then Byron would be there. We would chat, and we would all just talk. And then I remember one night, that one time when his album was SAMA nominated, right? And then I remember, this is so cool because whenever I went there, you know, it'd all just be in T-shirts and, you know, just normal. And this one night, like, because this is the week now when he was preparing to go to the SAMA Awards, and I got into his room and I saw, like, this Armani suit. And I was like, holy shit. This is so crazy. Like, just to watch the progress, it was like,
yeah.
it was like, wow. It was like, these dreams were tangible, you know? It was crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and then after that, not long after Biden's album released, I was going through a few things as well, personal things. And then I told the guys that, look, I'm going to leave Stereotype Records. No bad blood at all. Still good terms and so, but I can't focus on this anymore. And then I left. And then, but yeah, there was a lot of stuff that happened with Stereotype as well, like what we did and stuff. And at one time, we were doing like very big things. And then I left, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because you guys were like at the top, and then all of a sudden you just decided, I'm out.
Yeah, look, I figured I had to do that because as I said, I used the death row model. So Dr. Dre produced,
left.
you know, and then he was like, he left. I was like, I have to leave.
Okay, but
Dre
okay,
did it, I must leave.
Okay, but
Until he's-
but Dre lived under some different circumstances. Though. Dre felt like
No. I left Stereotype Records and then I released my own album where I dissed Chad and all of them, you know. And then Chad came back with a diss album for me, you know, like the
Vaseline
Easy E thing, you know.
Vaseline.
No,
no Vaseline.
No Vaseline, there we go. No, it wasn't like that. I was just going through some things. In fact, I was even thinking about leaving the music industry as a whole.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, that was the reason. I was like, I'm probably going to leave.
Wow.
And then after a while leaving, I was thinking about it. I took a break from it. And then I got contacted by Neil Naidu. Neil Naidu and Hassan Adam. They were...
Wait, you were just gonna leave? You were gonna
Yeah.
pack up everything and say fuck it?
Yes.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that you really loved, obviously, since you were a child, and you just decided, fuck it, I've had enough.
Yeah. It's not that I had enough. There was just, as I said, there were some personal things that I won't say that I was going through, but there was personal things that I needed to do and see to and stuff, and I thought, you know what, I might not have time for music kind of thing, so I was like going to give it up altogether.
Wow.
I would have probably done it like as a hobby, just put some things, you know, whatever.
Just for yourself kind of
not
thing.
Not do it on the scale that I was doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I was kind of exhausted at the time too, because we went from Chad's album straight into Biden's album, and it's full albums.
Yeah.
And it's not just the songs that you hear on the albums. There's many other songs
Which
that don't make the cut.
Yes.
Plus, I was working with some other artists as well, so it's like
Yeah, you were
constantly.
doing private gigs as well.
And I could only do that night times because I had a day job.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like getting to a point where I was feeling burnt out.
Yeah,
in a
it's just
sense.
like, I know what you mean.
But yeah, no. So then I left. I know Chad them. They started producing their own stuff and they did great stuff together and so on. That was like all cool. So at least I know I didn't like leave them with a big hole in a sense.
Yes.
Or like what now kind of thing.
Okay, just before you go to Neil Naidu, right?
Yeah.
Where did Kino come in next then? How did Kino fall into this category?
Kino was gonna do his album. I think he funded his own album. I think he funded his own album and then released it through Stereotype eventually. I think. I can't remember. All I know is that he was doing it.
Did you produce some of his stuff?
Yeah, no, Kino. I produced quite a few of Kino's songs. In fact, I did majority of the songs on his album. And I think his album was nominated for a Metro FM award.
Yes, that's
I can't
right.
remember something like that.
No, that is correct.
And then on Lloyd's album, and then I know Amin produced 2 or 3 songs on his album too.
Yes.
On
Kino's. Yes.
And I know Leighton Moody also did a track or 2. I can't remember.
Yes,
It sounds something like that.
Shout out to Amin. He put me in touch with you.
Yeah.
So that's how I know you. Yeah. So yeah. Sorry, you were saying.
Why did you do that? Why? Thanks a lot, homie. Anyway, now I'm stuck with this person. Anyway, so yeah. So before moving on to Silverado, we did I did Kino's album, and then with Lloyd, I did a few of Lloyd's songs. My cousin Molib Khalan did a few songs on his album. I don't know who else produced on Lloyd's album, but then like with Kino's album, I did most of the production and the mix and master, of course.
Yes.
With Lloyd's album, I did production, co-production, and the mix and master of that. Lloyd's album was also nominated for a Metro FM award and actually won the Metro FM award. So then after that, then I got contacted by Neil and Hassan Adam, who were running Silverado Entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah, Silverado Entertainment. They heard that I left Stereotype Records and they were like, okay, cool, because they actually take producers and songwriters on board, not so much artists. And they spoke to me about it and I thought, okay, look, this sounds like something cool, because rather than me being the producer on a label where I'm singing to artists, I will be seen kind of like as the artist under Silverado, so they would be singing to me, kind of like my management team in a sense.
Okay. It was source,
Yeah.
like work for you and kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's when I was put in touch with like Luis Obala and, or like, you know, Danny Kaye at the time and Young Nations.
Yeah.
That's where I did the song with Young Nations
Yeah.
and Hussein, Proverb and all of them. Who else? I mean, they put me in touch with quite a few people, international people too. And so yeah, it's like with every step or with every person that I meet along the way, it's like I just went a step up, a step up, a step up kind of thing.
So, okay, so why did you leave them?
I didn't leave them.
Did they leave you?
They didn't leave me.
No, what happened?
I think, look, Amin was also with Silverado, and then I think he went his own way at some point. And then we still went on. It was me at the time. So it was me, was Munib Khalant, it was Ashley Valentine, Tia was on.
Tia Black.
Tia Black was on. Jared Ricketts was under under them at some point. I wasn't, Munib was working with Jared Ricketts at the time. And then, I think it was us, so we had like a team like that. But then I think somewhere along the way, I can't remember exactly how it happened, but things just kind of fizzled in a way.
Yeah.
But like Silverado didn't exist anymore. But my connection or my contact with Neil was always there. In fact, like till today, we still kind of close. And so, I mean, that's my journey is like all over the place right now. Sorry. I know I'm like jumping from 1980 to 1999.
No, it's okay, because a lot of the times people just give this direct answer, this one sort of, I don't know, this one road.
Yeah.
But on that road, you obviously had different things you had to go through.
Yeah.
So this is opportunity to talk about these other things where people don't really give you that opportunity. So I don't care if it's all jungled up and mixed up. And people understand.
Yeah, just
that's all life is.
It's like highlights. The highlight reel.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So then I met you along the way.
Yeah.
And you sent me your music and I was like,
but let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. Okay, so after Silverado, and then you went your own way, right?
Well, whoa, no.
Oh, okay, rewind. Let's
make that loop again. Okay, so through Silverado, Neil phoned me and he said there's a project that was coming up. It was a guy called Larry Joe. Larry Joe was, rest in peace, may he rest in peace. He was someone who was in jail for a long time, but he was very musical.
Oh, you told me about the story, yes.
And he was about to come out of jail and there was this big thing about him that they wanted to do an album and it was going to be about his life. And
wasn't it your friend?
We'll get there.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Tell my story.
Okay. No, I just thought it was somebody else. Okay, sorry.
So he told me about that project and then he said the guys who's managing him and working on his music want to meet with you because they would love you to produce the songs.
Okay.
So I met with them and it was this guy that came he looked familiar because I've seen him before somewhere, but I couldn't. Anyway. And they played me the songs. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, we can work on this. And then it turns out that the guy who was managing Larry Joe and starting the production process was the guy, one of the members, or at the time, ex-member, because at that time he left, but he was the founding member of Freshly Ground. And then we started working on the Larry Joe thing. We went to his studio in Newlands, and we worked there. And it was that guy and that guy's dad who then spoke to me, and because they really believed in what I was doing. At the time, I was still working a day job and doing my music as a side hustle. Why am I talking to the camera again? As a side hustle. And they were the ones saying, imagine what you could do if you did this full time. You can soar, you know what I mean? And of course I was like, yeah, you know, my job is my security, my monthly, you know, music is kind of like wishy-washy, you know, what you're gonna get. So this is like kind of a bonus for me. And they were like just saying, no, but you're so good at what you do and stuff, you know, you have to do this, and they said, yeah, there's a chance that it might not work, but there's a chance that it could work. And so you're never gonna know. It's like you're standing on the cliff right now. You're never gonna know what's down there unless you jump.
Jump, yes.
And after having that conversation with them, I spoke to my fiancée at the time. We weren't married. And we were going to get married the next year. And I told her, how would you feel if I quit my job and do music full time? And she was like, if you feel that's what you want to do, go for it.
Wow.
I'm like, are you sure? And
She
she's
was
like,
so
yeah.
supportive back then already.
I phoned my mom and dad because I was still living at home. Phoned them from work. Using, yeah, you know, phone from work. Because they
So you couldn't wait till you get home to tell them?
No,
No,
I phoned after the meeting, and then I phoned them. I said, Mom, Dad, will you be okay if I quit my day job and do my music full time? My dad was like, if that's what you want to do, if that's what you think you can do, then do it. I'm like, okay, cool. That's all I needed to know. Typed out my resignation letter.
Holy shit, that was quick.
Yeah, I couldn't feel my fingers because I was numb, you know. It's like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Typed out my letter of resignation, handed it to my manager, and then worked out my period, and that was that. Then I worked at the studio where Aaron, the guy from Freshly Ground, was. And then after the Larry Joe thing, he was like, let's start something together. Let's work on projects together. Then I was working out of the Newland studio where a lot of the photos and stuff, especially your Crazy Superhero Dreams things started to happen in that studio.
Yeah.
We recorded.
Although for the record, the first one we recorded at his mama's crib. And we still have footage of that if you don't want to believe how long we've been working together. So, yeah.
Can't believe I've been, yeah, anyway. So then, at that studio.
Okay.
And then Aaron, this is the weirdest thing because he convinced me to quit my day job to do music. Somewhere down the line, he got a job. And we spoke about this and we laughed about it. He's like, how weird is it that he's never had a job in his life before. He's always just done music. And now he's got a job. Okay, with he and his wife and something with the Jewish community also. So he was working inside there and doing something like that. And he was, I said, yeah, how weird is this? Wow. You had a job. I got you out of your job. We worked together. Now I got a job. Wow. I'm like, yeah, and I'm standing here. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
The tables have turned.
So
that's crazy.
So when that happened, I was like, okay, now I need to up my game. Now I need to take this serious. And then I worked in that studio for alone. So I paid the rent there and stuff.
How long did you work in that studio for?
From 2000 and I started 2010 with the Larry Joe thing.
Yes.
But I still had a day job. I quit my job in 2012, or it was 2011 that I started there, and then 2012 was when I left my job. So 2012 to 2016, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I left. No, until 2015. I remember why I left, because I had a son on the way. And then when he was going to be born, I was like, I can't be away from home. Oh. And also, my equipment was in Newlands. So if I wanted to work at night, was a whole schlep going there, you know. it's
Oh,
scary.
and you was, yeah, I was gonna say you were scared of that studio.
No, it's scary because it's like in the woods kind of thing, you know,
Yeah.
the old stables, and go there at night and you're alone. It's dark, and then also next to the studio, next to us, there was this workshop that they had where they made these carvings and
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
And they made owls.
Yeah.
So they would have this owl, this massive owl carvings outside next to the studio.
Yeah.
And of course, it's pitch dark there. So when I got into the car and I put the lights on and it was shining there and you see all these owls, I was like, oh no, out there. I was freaked out. And then I decided I'm going to move my stuff home because my son was going to be born. I can work better. And that's when I made my studio the way it is now. So the studio I'm in now is a studio I made since 2015. And I've been working out of there ever since, yeah. I mean, wow. I mean, there's a lot that I just glanced over, but yeah.
But the studio you have now, it's the best sounding one you've had.
Yeah, I mean,
by
look,
far.
that's because, look, the studio at my mom's place, I had like the foam on the walls and stuff, but it was still in my bedroom and stuff.
Yeah.
So right now, the studio I'm in now is a room that I converted into a studio, so it's nothing but a studio. And I went all out with it, with the colors, with
panels, the carpeting.
the fiberglass
Yes.
panels and everything, you know, the bass straps and everything. So, yeah, I love it. It's cool.
Yeah. It's an awesome space.
Until further notice. We don't know what's in the pipeline.
We don't know.
But yeah.
We don't know.
So that's me, man. I mean, look, there's a lot that I'm not saying. There's a lot that I've glanced over.
Do you want to go back and backtrack in?
No, dude.
Why not?
Why you want to talk about me all the time?
I love it. I want to learn. I want to understand. People, like, I've told you this before, like, there are some times when you have, like, once in a leap year where you have these posts about your journey and, like, your motivations, like, but I'm like, you should, and I told you this before, you should do that more. Like, you know, so now I'm like, okay, now I have you here. And we can talk about those things. I mean, there's a lot of people don't know about you. Because, like, the producers don't really get the spotlight on them, you know. So, yeah, like, you don't get a lot of producers in interviews and stuff, you know. So,
Yeah, man.
and there's a lot of up-and-coming producers or even artists who want to get into the business and they want to understand what it takes and the journey you had to go through. Because they only see you now. They don't see Mallum 10 years ago, 20 years ago. They don't see that struggle, that how you got to that point. Like
I never had to struggle, by the way.
Like, I don't want to say his name, but he also reached out to me to get in touch with you, remember? Because he wanted to take his career to the next path. He wanted, remember that? I don't want to say his name now. Don't want to shout him out, and then I'm not supposed to shout him out.
Okay, you can tell me who, okay.
Afterwards, yeah. But anyway, and then, you know, because, like, people want information, you know, just want to understand the process. They want to understand that, I guess they're not alone.
Oh, that
you know?
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you remember?
Okay,
Yeah, so, yeah, there's opportunity to spit some game, to, you know, to spit some gems for people out there.
Yeah, look, I'm not, I'm an open book. If you ask me a question, I'm going to tell you. If there's information about certain things and I have it, I'll tell you. I'm not someone who's cagey about trying to share information, be it about production, be it about mixing, whatever, you know, contacts or whatever. The thing is, to a certain extent, yes, I'll be like, okay, wait, look, this is information that you can sign up on my course. Which I don't have a course, by the way. But yeah. But I mean, you know, I let people pick my brain to a certain point, and then at some point, I mean, you have to understand I'm going to be like, I mean, come on, man. I didn't get this information fed to me too.
Yes. You have to go through it.
I had to go read Hype magazines and Source magazines and all these things and mix engineer things. In my day, I mean, I will tell everyone, I can give you information, and the information will be based on how I do things. It might not be the right way, it might not be the best way, but it's how I do it.
Yeah.
But if you want to get the general sense of how to do certain things or understand certain things, YouTube is your friend.
Yeah,
man.
YouTube. Big
Like,
time.
I tell them all the time, go to
Yeah.
YouTube. Go to YouTube, type in exactly what it is you want to say, and I promise you there'll probably be like 30,000 videos on that topic.
That's true. That's
So
true.
yeah, I mean, look, I still use YouTube a lot, and not so much to learn, but just interested to see how people do certain things. And while I do that, I was like, wow, I never knew that, or like that's a cool concept on how to get a certain sound. You know what I mean? Like a lot of things that I do when I do my mixes, there's a whole philosophy behind it. So if people say, how do you mix a kick drum and a bass
Oh, yeah.
and a bass guitar? I'm like, depends. What's the kick drum doing? What's the bass drum doing? Where's the frequency ranges? Now, where are they clashing? Are they clashing? And there's so many different ways you can get around that. It all just depends on what you want to do in that moment.
Yeah.
So the answer is not always black and white. It's not always just that simple. And like I said, there's a philosophy behind my thought process when I mix or when I'm producing. So when I mix, it's like I want to attain a certain sound or I want to place a certain sound in a certain space in the mix. How am I going to do that? So based on the basic general information that you must know about mixing, like what does a compressor do? What does reverb do? What can you do with reverb? EQ, what does that do? How can you use it creatively? So once you know those things, then you apply it in a creative way. It doesn't always have to be you EQ something because it's too dull or it's too bright, so you want to kind of cut it, you know. You can use EQ in a creative way to create a dimension in a sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you use your EQ with a compressor going into a reverb, going into another compressor, into a distortion or whatever. And if you ask me, if it just came to me to do it, I'm like, no. It's like I start with the raw sound, and I think this is what I want to achieve. But to get there, I think this thing first needs to be leveled out somehow. Put a compressor on there.
Yeah.
Now I see, what does a compressor do? Cool. Now I'm like, okay, the compressor is bringing up a lot of the muddiness or the lows or whatever. So I put an EQ on there, roll off the lows. Okay, is it thin? Okay, that didn't work, take the EQ off. You know, you trial and error all the time. So you put it on, you EQ, cut, dip the low mids maybe, and it's like, oh, that sounds nice. But now, okay, what's next? I want a distortion on there. So it's like, do I want the distortion first and then the reverb? Or do I want to distort the reverb? So I put the reverb first and then the distortion. So you play with it.
Yeah.
And you see which sounds best. Change the order around. Okay, cool. Now I'm there. What else is it that I need in there? Okay, I wanted it to sound like it's maybe moving around like this. So I'm going to put a phaser or a flanger or some kind of micro shift on there or something. Put that in there. Does it work? Great. Until you achieve that sound, you know what I mean? It's not always about, someone will say, how do they get the sound? I don't know. You know, it depends on what I'm presented
There's no
with.
standard formula.
There's 10 billion kick drums in the world, so it depends on which one you're using and which bass sound you're using. So you want these two to work together? Okay, let's see how we can make that work. Because it's not the same thing. I can't say boost 60 hertz on a kick and cut 80 hertz on a boost 60 hertz, cut 80 hertz, boost 80 hertz on a bass and cut 60 hertz so that you make space. It might work for some kicks and bass, but it's not, like my son, it's not going to work all the time, you know. It could be 50 hertz, it could be 70 hertz in this case, or it could be even 200 hertz in this thing, because you need a bit more boxiness depending on what you're going for. Like I say, it's never a simple answer. And the strange thing is when I give people answers like that, where I say, it's not as easy as me, it depends on what, it depends on this, it depends on that. They think that I'm trying to evade
I know what you
answering them because I don't want to give the information. It's like, I don't. That's why a lot of people too, they'll say, how do you do this? I say, look, take your song for example, give me the stems, come sit here with me. And I'll be like, okay, let's listen to it. Now I'll tell them, now you hear that kick. The reason why I'm going to do this is because, do you hear this? That seems to be, the knock is like distorting a bit. Cut a bit at the 100 hertz or whatever. Now you see, okay, the bass is a bit whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, there's many things we could do. Compress the bass, roll off the bass. Because sometimes people think to get big low end, you boost 40 hertz, 50 hertz, boost to the bottom, and it's like,
then it's loud.
yeah, no, you're just going to kill your headroom like that, and you're just going to kill your bass. It's going to be muddy, it's going to be mushy. Sometimes you roll off the kick to 100 hertz, everything below that. And then maybe if you wanted to, and then you got a sub that's going to cover the bass end. And you roll that off to maybe 40 hertz or something. And then you hear and then you compress that maybe. And then maybe EQ it a bit just to, because sometimes you compress, you lose low end, so you just boost the compressed sound up and it sounds nice and tight, but it's up there. And then you got a solid bass. But rolling off sometimes gives you more punch, more low end. And a lot of people don't realize that, that sometimes to get more low end, you should take away of the low end. It's crazy. And how do you learn that? You play with it. Yes. Some people will tell you, some YouTube channels will tell you that too. But play with it, see what it is. And a lot of people don't have a good monitoring system. So they can't hear that low. They might have subs and stuff like that, but it's in a small room, it's just going to be it's big whooshy sound,
Yes.
So you can't really hear what's going down there. So if you can't hear the bass and you're going to boost because you want to hear the bass, now it sounds nice in your room, but then you play it in another system and it's like overkill. So yeah, sorry, I went on a tangent there. I get inside my head, man.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We want to get inside your head.
Yes.
We want to understand the way you
You
think.
want to see my big brain? Yeah.
I'm going to put that other clip in part in.
Hey?
I'm going to put that other part in.
What part?
That clip that you...
Oh.
Yeah.
Leave it in. It's cool. I'm easy.
That's okay.
Cool.
Yeah, man. So, like, immediately, like, your fiance just supported this decision of yours. That was
She had
incredible.
no choice. I was like, I'm doing this full time. She was like, okay. Till today, so I'm still...
Toxic
And
masculinity.
No, it wasn't toxic. It was just... I'm teasing. No, she was very supportive.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing.
Find you... I know you're getting married soon, so find you a wife.
I'm getting what?
I know you're going to get married soon. I know you want to. I know you want to.
What are you
Yes.
talking about?
Guys, he's like, well, no, I'm never going to get married, no. You must see the conversations we have on WhatsApp. This guy's like crying, I want a wife. I want to settle down.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, dude. I mean, come on. I feel like
I'm the one
on the spotlight.
proponent. I'm the one proponent against marriage, dude. Like, no. Nuh-uh. I can't see myself doing that. That's just ridiculous.
I'm gonna expose you, dude. I'm gonna start posting our WhatsApp chats on
Go for it.
on there.
Go for it. And they can see the truth then.
They will see the truth.
Yeah.
They'll see the truth.
I don't want to get married. Madness.
Yeah,
no,
man.
No, dude. Yeah.
So yeah, man. So what else do you want to talk about? If there's still time, I don't know.
There's always time to talk about anything.
Yeah.
The Gatsby is there waiting for us.
That was bought with the money he's paying me to do this podcast. I mean, I would never do this for free. You ran,
yeah.
I hope he paid you. I mean, you came all the way from Sweden.
All the way.
And then he muted you.
Oh, look.
I hope the pay was good.
I was at a family barbecue. Yo, that's okay. But that's a cool...
You were at the family barbecue and you took out your own meal.
I did.
In a box. Veggies and chicken and rice.
I still... Okay, not veggies anymore, though. No veggies. I don't eat veggies anymore.
Why not?
No. I've been experimenting with no veggies, with no plants, basically, except for fruits. But no plants. There's this research done that plants have this defense mechanism. Like, plant life is actually very intelligent. Very intelligent. They release certain defense chemicals when you're about to eat them.
Okay.
So, the chemicals are to deter predators. So, when those get released, it's not good for human or animal consumption.
But what if you stab the vegetable first, because then it's dead. then you eat it because then it doesn't release anything. But you must do it without the vegetable knowing. Because if the vegetable is going to see you coming with a knife, it's going to release this toxin, whatever, this defense mechanism.
You got to sneak up
so
behind
make sure that the veggie is looking that way, and you just stab it in the back. And then it's safe.
Okay, I'm not saying all vegetables, but I know for a fact that spinach and kale has that.
Okay.
And of vegetables now, but plants in general have that defense mechanism.
Oh,
and
so
you
they're
see the
intelligent.
thing, yeah, and they're very intelligent.
Do they have bigger brains than you too?
They probably do.
Oh.
And you know the crazy thing is that animals have a chemical in their saliva that neutralizes the substance.
Animals?
Animals, yeah.
Oh.
But no, we humans don't have that in our saliva.
You just haven't evolved to that stage yet. I'm there.
You
Yeah.
You're there. You know, so I'm just experimenting with new things. So far.
So what are you using in place of veggies now?
Instead of I only ate spinach, so now I'm eating liver. I've been eating.
But you did broccoli as well.
No, I wasn't really a broccoli guy.
I remember seeing broccoli in your.
It's possible.
With your chicken.
Way back in the day.
That I put in my microwave. When
Okay,
you needed
no,
to
no.
feed.
Whenever I came to you, it was always spinach.
Oh, is it?
Before that, maybe it was still in Newlands. I was maybe dabbling in broccoli, but I was never really a broccoli. I was more. Yeah, it was more spinach.
Do you still get as hungry as you
kale.
do?
I do.
Like
I'm hungry right now.
Me too. But like at a certain time, okay.
Yeah.
Because
The
you will be
internal
like this,
clock.
like, yeah, well, and all of a sudden you're like, and I'm talking to you and you're like, yeah, and you kind of get all foggy.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, what's up,
It
dude?
still happens,
And you're
it
like,
still
I need
happens.
to feed.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
It still happens.
So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but I've managed my sugar levels or my what do you call it, the glucose levels or sugar levels better now. I'm more aware of that dip.
huh?
I'm more aware of it. Yeah, I'm not eating as much carbs anymore either. So I don't get that much of a dip anymore.
Okay.
So anyway, I feel that more when I'm on a high carb diet. When it's low carbs and it's just like, let's say, protein, then I'm protein and fats, then my energy's like through the roof. Then I feel like I need carbs just to calm myself down, because I'm like way through the roof, dude. I'm out of control. I'm out of control. Energy's crazy.
Don't you think? I'm asking you.
I'm
now.
listening. I'm thinking.
Like everything is good, right?
Yeah.
Everything is okay to eat. Of course, you have certain goals that you want to achieve and stuff.
Yeah.
So you focus on certain food groups and stuff that you eat.
Mm-hmm.
But don't you think that anything is okay to eat as long as you eat it in moderation?
Facts, boss, son.
But now, if you are like going to be eating a certain meal almost all the time, consistently, because you know it gives you certain energy or
Yes.
it builds muscle, whatever. Don't you think that constantly eating the same thing is bad?
No. It's bad in a sense in terms of your goals. Say if your goals like let's say you want to lose fat now.
Yeah.
And you eat the same way all the time, your body's gonna get used to that. Your metabolism will adapt, so you won't see progress. So that's why you need to shock the metabolism every now and then to switch things up. But in terms of health, no, it's not a bad thing.
Well, but that's what I was asking, because everything is fine in moderation, right? But anything in excess, well, I won't say excess, but like if you do it continuously and only that, surely it must be bad. I don't know.
It's not. You're giving your body exactly what it needs.
What? Spinach.
Okay, not spinach, but you're giving it protein, you're giving it fats. Those are the main things your body needs to survive.
I see.
Anything else is a bonus.
Okay.
Protein and fats are essential. Fats is huge, especially in
So
the
why do you
winter.
take carbs to calm down?
I take carbs as an energy source.
But you said if you have enough protein, you get such a lot of energy. You eat carbs to calm down.
If I have protein and fats only.
Yeah.
Like let's say that's my day. Like I eat like maybe some carbs before I work out, and let's say some carbs after I work out, and then every other meal after that, it's just protein and fat, protein and fat.
But
I need something in the evening just to bring myself down before I go sleep.
Okay.
Because my energy is like, it's insane.
But
It's
that's
so weird.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like the effect that just eating proteins and fats all the time. I won't say it's a negative effect, but it has an effect on you that you need to eat something else to balance that out. So if all you need is fats and protein,
Yeah.
could it be bad for you in the sense that you can't calm down, you've got too much energy?
No. You see, carbs initiate sleep. It helps you sleep deeper. If you never felt if you eat carbs.
I don't know what I'm eating.
Okay.
I eat food. So
Okay.
I don't know if it's carbs. I don't know if it's poisonous plants, spinach, whatever, you know. So yeah,
I wouldn't eat carbs necessarily just to calm down and almost like I'm taking Ritalin, you know.
So if you come to me and you're angry and I'm like, calm down, I'll just give you like carbs.
Give me some brown rice.
Fine.
No, like it's not that like okay, I won't say I can't sit still. It's just that, like for example, like let's say today is normally like my extremely low carb day. It's a leg day. So leg day is like the day where my body needs a lot of calories because I'm burning a lot of calories when I'm lifting, and because when you squat, you use your entire body basically.
Which explains the Gatsby that's waiting for us.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly, to fill that void in my life.
Yes.
So I would have carbs before I work out and then one meal after I work out. The rest of the day is just no carbs, no carbs, no carbs. The second last meal before I go to bed, I'll have some carbs, just so that I can get a deep sleep, just so that my body can be like, okay, we're gonna go sleep now, sleepy time. But other than that, like it's good to also have high energy throughout the day. 'Cause you're more productive. Your thoughts are
More
clearer.
focused and
Yeah,
so,
like I must say, like you don't get that fog, that carb fog, you know. So I use carbs more now as like I'm more aware of how carbs make me feel. So I use it when necessary, but I don't like just use it, you know, throughout the day. But yeah, I'm more aware of that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still enjoying yourself?
I am. More than I've ever been, like seriously. Like right now I'm trying to...
Or is that something you just tell yourself? You can tell me, it's fine.
No, it's true, it's facts.
It's okay, it's okay.
If I eat a Gatsby now, like, I'm probably gonna go sleep. It's gonna put me on such a dip. Like, I won't lie to you, right? If I have carbs, let's say I have carbs, right? What? What?
No. Just something
Okay.
to say. It's just for another conversation. Yeah.
Okay. If I have carbs, let's say I go, like today, I go without any carbs, right? And let's say the Gatsby's not there. And let's say I have carbs, last meal, just when I'm about to go to sleep. Dude, like, I will fall asleep while eating. No cock, dude. No cock. Facts.
Okay, now check.
Facts.
Now look, yeah. I mean, shame. It just shows, as I said to you in the messages, you can't handle a Gatsby, man.
What are you talking about?
You eat a Gatsby and you're gonna sleep because your body can't handle that awesomeness.
I'm gonna be in a food coma. I'm gonna be in a food coma.
Yes, because you can't handle it. When I eat a Gatsby, I got energy like crazy. I'm like, yeah, give me another one. I want more. You know, I'm like, I can climb Table Mountain. Three times, I can summit it 3 times.
I can show messages. This guy says he only has like a quarter, and then you're full. You can't eat a half. You told me that.
Yes.
So how can you say that? You eat a quarter and then you're full, and then you got all this energy. Give me more.
Look. Being able to handle a Gatsby doesn't mean you must be a Gimba. You know what I mean? So you're a Gimba.
You probably eat Gatsby with a knife and fork, though, right?
Who does? Of course. No.
Oh my man.
No, I can eat the half a Gatsby. That's why I brought the whole one. I'm going to show you.
Okay.
And guess what? I'm not going to sleep.
You were gonna give
I'm gonna watch you fall asleep while you're eating.
Nah, I won't. It's still daylight, so I won't fall asleep.
Okay.
I won't. I used to I used to eat a half a Gatsby, nah,
Yeah.
and then I still feel like more. I still had energy. But that was when my diet was different, though. Yeah.
Are you looking forward to the Gatsby though?
I am. It's gonna be tremendous. Tremendous.
Of course.
Tremendous. I'm telling you. And it's cozy corner. It's like, what? What?
Yeah,
You
man.
can't go wrong with cozy corner.
Shame.
Madness.
I feel sorry for you
Why?
because you live in the northern suburbs.
So?
So,
What's wrong with that?
you know they call it the Boerewors curtain, right?
No. Explain.
Like northern
For 5
suburbs.
marks.
You live this side of the Boerewors curtain, that side northern suburbs,
Boerewors
whatever, right?
curtain.
They must actually call it the Gatsby curtain because southern suburbs is where the Gatsbys live. Northern
The
suburbs,
Gatsbys
no.
live, yeah.
Sorry if I'm offending anyone in the northern suburbs about Gatsbys. Look, I know. I think my friend Angela, who's very prominent on the Gatsby Society
Yeah.
group on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
He's in the northern suburbs, but he will say himself, there's no real place in the northern suburbs that will bring
Facts.
that makes Gatsby.
Facts. I agree with
He's
that.
from the southern suburbs.
Facts, bro. I'm not even gonna dispute that.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't even look for the Gatsby.
So that's why I brought you a Gatsby.
Oh, he's so sweet.
Yeah, I think about you.
Oh.
But you're an ass, because look what you did to Yuran. I mean, shame, he came all the way from Sweden. Did he give you a Gatsby?
You still on that?
Hey?
No, he didn't get a Gatsby.
I'm not on, I was never off it, that's the thing. It's like playing in my head, I can't believe you would do that to people. You do it, I mean, you suck as a friend. So
How dare you?
I thought this was an open space. I thought we could speak openly.
Oh, look, okay. It was a long day. I just forgot to put the mics on, that's all. It was a long day.
He didn't forget to wake up.
It was my first
He didn't forget to
time.
book flights. He didn't forget to get on that plane. He didn't miss that flight. He came
didn't.
all the way here. How long is the flight? How long?
Okay, if you include the layover,
It's still a layover. I mean, come on.
I don't know, depending on the layover, so it's probably like at least 12 hours you're talking.
Okay.
At least.
He lands here, he's got jet lag.
Let me think, okay, for me it
Will you
took-
have jet lag from Sweden?
No.
No.
You only just be fatigued from the flight.
From
though.
the flight, yeah.
But let me just think how long it took me. I flew Cape Town to, was it Cape Town to Joburg? And then Joburg, was it Cape Town to Dubai?
So now you're trying to flex now.
No.
You're trying to tell me that you flew internationally to Nayakoi.
We talked about I was in Sweden.
When?
So we talked about on the podcast now.
Oh, yes,
yeah, we
with
did. Yeah.
Nuran. There we go.
Yeah. So it's not a flex. I'm just trying to determine. Okay, let's say a minimum of 12, depending on the layover.
So you had a layover.
Yeah.
He got you. He was fatigued. Came straight to you.
Well,
no,
it
don't
didn't
lie.
quite go
You can't-
down like that.
Yuran, I know the story. I know he's trying to get himself out of it. He
Didn't quite go down.
He came here, and you didn't even have the what's the word I'm looking for?
Hospitality.
No, man.
Oh, the what?
The courtesy.
The courtesy.
To just put the mics on. You had the audacity to forget about the microphones.
Dude,
You had one thing to do. One thing.
I had one
You
job.
had many things.
I had one job. Dude, mistakes happen. I can't. Yeah. I take full responsibility for that.
I'll feel like a pretty shitty friend if I did that to someone. I would never be able to forgive myself. I would call myself a shitty friend. Yeah.
I explained to him what happened afterwards. I did.
I hope he wasn't understanding.
It was hard for me to break the news
Okay.
to him, but end of the day,
What did he say?
he said he was cool about it.
He's a good friend, you see. He was like, I'm going to say it okay. When you guys were finished chatting, he trashed this place because he was like, he couldn't believe that someone like, you stabbed him in the chest, in the heart.
The chest and the defense chemicals
Yes.
were released upon stab.
You're a dangerous friend to have. But okay.
But look, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it big in October. Yeah, it's coming October. He's a best man for his.
Oh, for your wedding?
Not for my wedding.
I told you. This guy's keeping secrets.
I'm not getting married. if you see me getting married, you're like, slap me, dude. Slap me.
I'll slap you even if you
What the
don't.
fuck are you doing? Like,
I'll slap you even if you don't.
madness. Nah, bro. Nah.
So you're saying getting married is madness? So you're saying...
For me, it is.
Whoa. So you're saying that me getting married is madness too?
No.
So you're saying I'm mad?
No, that's what you
So you're
want to
saying
do.
everyone who got married is mad?
That's what you want to do.
So you're calling me mad?
No, I'm saying that's what you want to
So
do.
your view of me is that I'm mad?
Well, you are, man. In general, this is general. It's not even about you getting married or not.
Yeah.
This is just in general, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I have to say about you being mad.
Okay. So
But now,
your crazy superhero boobs.
they are nice boobs.
Show them your superhero boobs.
They are nice boobs.
No, dude. This is a family show.
No, it's not. I've said so many bad things on
I
this.
play this
on the show.
podcast to my son.
How dare you?
It's fun.
Okay, he watches Godzilla, so
He says, look, there's the pokeroo.
there's. I can't believe I remember that.
Of course.
Oh my word,
Yeah.
it's
You
ridiculous.
remember, guys, there used to be the show called the Polka Dot Door. And the character would come, and his name was the Pokeroo. Yeah, that was him in costume.
I guess it was. You never know.
You just
never know.
kind of dropped the first name, and you kept the last name, and you just call yourself Leiru now.
Yeah, you know, artists evolve. So I had to go from the costume gig
Yeah.
to this thing now. So yeah, we evolve. I don't know what I'm gonna call myself next though. I'm still working on a new name.
Okay.
You know, I wanted to use a new name for the podcast, but I thought, nah, let's just keep it for now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What could it have been?
I was brainstorming so hard, dude. So hard. I don't know.
Mabe.
I don't
Roo.
Well, why Mabe? It took me a while, but I got it there.
Sorry, guys. I'm a dad. Dad jokes come. So yeah, are you enjoying acting?
It's fun. It's really fun. Like, I never got it at first. I never ain't got it. I always wondered, why do people like this so much? It's so weird. But I think like when I started working with Marlon, like that's
seems
when
like
I
a
really,
cool guy.
Yeah, dude.
Very
Like
down to earth.
I really enjoyed like the energy he brought and his direction and just the whole team, the whole vibe. It's fucking awesome, dude. Like, then I really got it and I understood it. That's just so awesome. Like I can really express myself creatively in a different way. It's freaking awesome.
That's really cool.
I
I mean,
really
look, Marlon
enjoyed it.
watches your podcast, I'm sure.
No, he doesn't. He only watched his episode, but
Is
he
it?
doesn't watch anything else.
Because I mean, I was gonna say, look, I mean, I love acting myself, you know. It's a thing I've always wanted to do, you know. But no, you know,
Really?
I think in time
No, but-
something might happen.
But are you serious? Are you serious though? But
Marlon, come on, don't be so.
like, okay, are you serious about that?
What? No.
Okay, cause
I mean, look, it's
no, because like
I'll be close to it. I mean, I did play Oliver Twist. I did play the leading role in Oliver Twist in Standard 3
wow,
on stage.
that's big, dude.
I had my ears pulled by
Were
Mr.
you the lead?
Bumble.
So you were the lead role.
I was the lead role, yes.
So you were Oliver.
Yes, all I had to do
Holy
was, please
shit.
sir, may I have some more?
Dude, that's big.
And then sang the songs with everyone.
That is the biggest line in movie history, bro.
It is. I'm still asking people for more. My wife now, I'm like, may I have some more? She pulls my ear. You know. Yeah,
Okay, no, I just wanted to know because I know you don't really like the camera vibe and you don't like being recorded and
I don't like my voice being recorded. When I hear my voice, I cringe. It's crazy. So when I'm recording, like let's say with you in studio, we're recording your vocals, and let's say it's still recording, but I'm telling you something, and we play it back, and I hear my voice, and I cut that out. Just something about it. I don't know. But a lot of people feel that way about hearing themselves.
yeah. I'm also
I
the
don't know.
same.
Yeah, man.
Cringe.
Don't worry, I cringe when I hear you too.
Yeah, I know you do. You always do.
And then I have to sit through vocals and layers of vocals.
That's why I send you voice notes because I know it annoys you.
That's why when we play pool, I don't have patience anymore. It's like I'm twitching. Shit, man.
Is that why you lost?
I told you. I told you on WhatsApp, and I can prove it to them. I'll show them the message. I'm gonna let you win.
Dude, I don't think you let me do anything.
I do let you win.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, fine. You let me win.
Always.
If
Look.
you say so.
It's always like this, right? I'll play the game, and I will let them win. I'll let whoever I'm playing with win, but they're not going to know I'm letting them win until they win. Then I'll tell them I let you win.
Okay, you're playing chess, not
So you
checkers.
only know until the end that I let you win.
Okay. All right.
People
That's
can't
fine.
win me. Whoever wins me, whoever beats me in anything, is because I let them.
Oh,
I'm such a cool. Now that's a good friend.
I respect that. I respect that as a human, from one human to another.
Yes.
But we're not here for participation trophies in the streets, bro. You know, we play to win.
I play for fun. Tell you, fun and games.
Fun and games.
Life is a game. Play
It
it.
is a game. How many managers do you have left? 3 managers?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, I think
you
I
lost
already.
count.
Yeah, I already continued on my game like 10 times. I got a whole sack full of 20-cent pieces.
I wonder who the big boss is at the end. When you get to the big boss to clock the game.
I think it's gonna be me. That's the twist.
You're the big boss.
Yeah, that's a twist. I get to it and it's like me. I'm going to challenge myself. Now, how do you think about it? It's almost impossible because I would know my moves and I would know which move I'm going to make.
But maybe it's a future you, a more developed you, a you from the future, from a different alternative universe.
Then maybe I can win because then I'll be older, kick him in the back problems or something. Yeah.
What the fuck? No, but remember now, he's from a different universe, right?
I'm sure.
And possibly they have different technologies to make them live longer. So he looks exactly like you, but in that world, he's like 20 years younger than you.
Well, then I'll tell him this. I'll say, if you're the future me,
Yeah.
and I'm still to get there, if you kill me, you won't exist. So I can kill you and I'll still get there.
But he's from a different world. So he
Oh, you
can
mean like
exist.
a different, like a multiverse kind of thing?
Yes, like a different timeline.
Oh, then
like
it's not me.
completely. But it is you, but just a different version.
But then he doesn't think the way I do.
Of course not.
Which means then
he's like Mallum 2.0.
No, but why am I not Mallum 2.0?
Because you're Mallum 1.0.
Oh, that's true. Yes, I'm the original. Let me go.
Yeah. You,
Yes. I just thought 2.0 is like the update.
it is.
Okay, no, then I'm 2.0.
No, because he's from
Well,
a time.
I would have to be 2.0 if you think about it. Because if he's older than what I am, then he was before me, which means I'm the second one.
That's deep.
It's not deep, it's
But
logic.
No, but wait. Remember, he's from a time where everything's more advanced.
Yes.
Everything's like he already knows what you're gonna do because he's watched this movie play out already. So he's got technology that can show him all these different versions of himself: Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 7.
So, he depends on technology, right? Electricity. He'll come to me where we'll have load shedding. And then, I'm going to win. Because now I'm like, what you going to do, dude?
Game over, son.
Your big oversized cranium with technology is just going to fail you now.
Okay. It's a
Eskom is
loophole.
not,
It's a
it's not,
loophole.
it's not always a good for nothing. You know, they're good for something.
Good for okay. In this situation, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Always look at the bright side of life.
the bright or the not so bright with Eskom.
Yeah, the dark
The dark side.
Yeah, man.
Dark
So
side.
I'm sure people probably tuned out already because of the
yeah.
rubbish that I'm talking here. So
No, dude,
let
this
me
is-
apologize for wasting so much of your time.
Do people
it
need
tends-
to know this?
it
This is
tends
a
to
very
happen.
interesting conversation.
I just talk random crap.
It's okay. It's okay. People need to know random crap exists
Yes.
in this world,
Yeah.
in this lifetime.
Exactly.
Dude, life is so precious, dude. It is.
Okay. Yes, Oprah.
Dr. Phil
Yes.
in these streets. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah.
What did I
It's
tell
so
you?
weird.
What did I say?
No.
What did I say? I
Eh?
said we're gonna play pool. We're talking so much playing pool. I say
Yeah.
we're gonna get to a point in this conversation where we're gonna be like, yeah, yeah, man, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But it's like it's good to have you here. It's like, yeah, it's like, it's kind of intimidating, knowing all the things that you've done, and then, you know, to have you.
And my big brain.
And his extra big brain.
Yeah, I know.
His brain weighs like an extra kilogram. You know. So yeah, man, it's yeah, it's good to finally have you here. Good to finally do this. Yeah, it is.
I'm probably gonna be your best guest.
I don't think
Ever.
so. I don't think so. I'm not feeling it.
Bastard.
I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
You know, you just get that feeling that, you know, this is the one. I don't feel that way right now. I don't. I respect the gift. You know, the Gatsby was the best ever. Yeah, so I respect that about this whole process. You know. Yeah.
So who's your best friend?
I don't have a best friend.
You see there, you Dan? You see?
I'm
I'm sure you think that this guy's your best friend, and
No,
he thinks the same of you. But
honestly, I'm my best friend. Seriously, I give my best advice to me. I have the best conversation with me. I always tell myself the truth. You know, I keep it 100 with me. It's just me, myself, and I. 3 of us.
that's creepy, dude.
Who's your best friend?
My best friend?
Yeah.
I don't have best friends.
You see?
Actually, I do have a best friend.
Okay, now who's your best friend? Say your wife now. Brownie points alert.
I wasn't gonna say my wife.
Okay, who? Who?
My wife's not my friend. She must make me food. That's it. She feeds me. I'm only joking. I'll make the brownies tonight.
So who's your best friend?
If I take into account friends, like people outside of my immediate circle, of course at home my wife's my best friend because we're in each other's faces all the time. But like when you're talking about friends, my best friend is right now, I mean, look, I have friends since I was,
Yeah.
but I mean, I think I would have to say probably my friend Suru Esa. Yeah, it's one of my best friends.
How long have you guys been friends for?
Since about 1993.
Gosh,
Yeah.
it's forever.
It's about
ago.
93, yeah.
I thought I was your best friend, but okay, whatever.
Why would you even think such a thing?
I don't know. I just had a feeling.
I mean, look, I chat to you more than anyone else on WhatsApp and stuff.
Really?
No, I mean like outside of business and stuff.
Yeah, just chatting.
Even though we talk a lot of business and stuff, we get sidetracked and we talk a lot of nonsense as well.
This is true.
Suru is one of those friends that you can see probably twice a year, but it's like that connection is still there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, you saw him.
He's like my homie. My
yeah,
homie.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, we've come a long way, and
Yeah.
he's just a cool guy.
It's like you ran. I only see like, okay, I'll probably see him twice this year. Yeah, it feels like the homie was here last week if I see him, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
In fact, I don't have a huge circle of friends, to be honest with you, and I like it that way.
Yeah, you don't need a big group of friends. Like a lot of people get like confused between friends and acquaintances, like you know that
Like people and that
that
you can talk to and hang out with, but they're not really friends.
it's like that term friends get thrown around a lot, so it's very loose term. I don't like it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's like so weird. Like if you meet someone or we're friends on Facebook. You know, I won't say we're friends, but it's like we're friends on Facebook only because that's what it's called, friends.
Yeah, exactly.
They must call it like contacts or connections or something because it's not really friends. Yeah, there are some friends on there, but I don't know.
Yeah, social media is so weird. So weird.
You're the only, it's weird because you're on there. Your feed is like just, like the stuff you post, I'm like, and you still ask me to share stuff and I'm like,
No, like you must remember there's people that only listen to this so they can't see your face, so explain to the people. what you meant when you said
Oh,
that.
it's the audio version of this
It's audio,
too.
yeah, on Spotify.
What must
and
I
Apple,
explain?
and what you just said now, like
What?
the face that you had.
What was my face?
I don't know.
Oh wait, what did I say?
Oh,
Oh,
my
your
feed.
post weird. Yeah, your feed is weird.
Yeah, like
Yeah. Okay.
oh, what's so weird that I post?
Okay. Yeah. I'll rephrase that. Okay. Like your feed on Facebook. Right? So we're gonna say it. Your feed on Facebook. It's funny face.
Funny face.
Like weird. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm running out of rubbish to talk about, and I'm just bordering on total ridiculousness now. Yeah.
So, which artists would you like to still work with? Like what are you like?
I don't think so much. I don't think like that, to be honest with you. There's no. I think the question should be phrased more like, which artist still wants to work with me?
Oh snap! Oh snap! Oh snap! No, we didn't. No, we didn't. He's so fucking conceited. You got another half of it there.
Dude, I'm not conceited. I told you yesterday. So yeah.
Oh yes, he says. You say he's not conceited. He's perfect. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There's a difference between being perfect and conceited.
There's big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference.
No, I mean, look, art. There's no. I can't really say I want to work with a specific artist. I work with anyone. I work with any artist. If I feel there's something there, I'll work with you. If I feel like okay, you need a lot of work, I would actually advise you not to waste your money on recording anything right now. I would actually say use that money to go for either whether it's vocal lessons or whatever, or just to kind of build on your craft a bit more before you do this. Because some artists you just feel will do an injustice to themselves if they put themselves out there now because they think that they are ready. And I don't say that in a bad way. I'm not trying to say you're not good enough. I'm saying you're not there yet. You can get there, but rather don't do yourself the injustice of putting yourself out there. Because I always say this, when people don't know who you are and you put something out and they get to know you for the first time, what you put out there is what they're going to remember you as. So if you're not going to be good enough, you're always going to be remembered as that. Yes, you can grow, you can grow. But if you put yourself out there and you're really great from the get-go, they will remember you even more and you make a greater impact. So always think about when you want to put stuff out there. And again, I'm not telling people to put things on a back burner now because now they're going to start doubting themselves, you don't have to be great. You don't have to be the greatest singer. You don't have to be the greatest rapper, but there has to be something about you that's just going to get people's attention.
What if that's your best at that time and you feel that's your best at the time and you want to put it out there?
I would always take what you classify as the best at the time with, I would say, what's the minimum bar, like what's the entry bar, the entry level bar for you to be someone or for you to be on a level where your stuff will get played on radio or people will take you serious as an artist or so. So you feel you're good enough now. I'll tell you, maybe not. There are some artists who might feel that they're not ready, but I'll be like, dude, that's so good. You're like a diamond in the rough. Yeah. But we can work with this, and putting this out now will also just be good. You know what I mean? Again, like I said, you don't have to be the best singer. You don't have to be the best rapper, but there must be something about you.
You need to put in some work first before.
Yeah, and also, like for me, you can have the greatest kind of technical singer where they're going to be doing all these runs and all these things, and they do it all clean. But if your tone isn't there, if you don't have a great tone, because there's a lot of people who can sing, but what's going to make you stand out from this person, you know what I mean? Then you get someone who doesn't have the greatest vocal ability in the sense of a technical singer where they can do runs and they have the great range. Maybe it's a girl and she sings a bit low and she doesn't have the range and she sings lazily or whatever. but she has a great tone.
Yes.
And there's something about that when she sings, it sounds smooth, like silky or whatever. That I will take over a great technical singer any day, because that is something that will make you stand out from the rest.
Yes.
Because it's something I won't say unique, because a lot of people sing that way, but there's something that about you that stands out. You know what I mean? So don't try too hard. You know what I mean?
Do you enjoy doing movie scores more than producing for artists, or?
I enjoy it both the same. It's totally different. Movie scores. There's many ways you can compose for movies, right? You get music that's going to be playing in a scene. So let's say someone's sitting in the car. You can make the music that's playing inside the car. Then you get music that's going to be the theme music of the movie, for example. Like something's happening, a piece of music's playing in the background to set the tone of the scene.
Yes.
Then you get the music where you are actually telling what's happening on the screen. So someone's tiptoeing. So you're going, he gets a fright. There's like a bang, you know. It's not a specific piece of music.
Yes.
And now he's thinking something, and it's kind of funny. So you add a piece of music there, because you know, or he gets an idea, and it's like a piece of music that happens there. So you're playing to the gestures that's happening on the scene. So there's many ways you can do that, and I enjoy doing those things. It's really fun, because you kind of bring in the scene more to life, you know. Because sometimes if an actor's doing something, like they get an idea, like let's say you're doing this now on the thing, and you go like, right? People could think, oh, he's just thinking something. But if you let the music kind of emphasize, like maybe you're playing a piece of music and it ends with a chime that goes, ding, it's like, oh, wait, you got an idea or something, light bulb moment, stuff like that. So yeah, I enjoy that. But I also enjoy making music because, again, I like making beats, I like grooves, I like stuff like that. And sometimes movie scores don't require that. So yeah.
And games?
Games is very much the same as movie scores, but not so much following gestures. Gaming is more like, okay, you're going to do the title sequence. Like let's say now you're going to go player 1, player 2, choose your character, whatever. So you got a piece of music playing in the background. So you create a piece of music with an intro, a long piece of music, maybe a little build, and with an ending. So they can loop this piece over and over and over, but they know when you're going to choose your character, you put the end piece of music there. So you got that piece of music. Then you've got the, let's say the game music, the in-game music, where you, characters running around, so you got the music playing, and the music just plays basically, just plays. It doesn't do anything with the gestures. But yeah, so it's very much like movie scoring, but without the music to the gestures and stuff.
Yeah. Do you see the documentary called Insert Coin?
I think so. I've watched a few documentaries about gaming and stuff like that.
It's based on Mortal Kombat.
Probably not.
Midway. Dude, it's so crazy. They show how they created these characters. And how they shot the scenes for the characters.
Yes.
Like, it's so crazy. Like, because back then, they used like a camcorder.
Yes.
And they had to take Liu Kang, okay, for people who can't see me, but it's like, okay, I can't see, okay. I'm at the shot right
Does
now.
do the hands and
But yeah, he like...
that's some middle fingers.
He flies across the screen like that, and he actually like he sits on a staircase.
And he does that, yeah. And
and then they move him across from left to right.
Yeah. And
they film that move like I was so crazy.
I've seen that. I don't know if it's the same documentary, but I've watched it on YouTube, and the whole thing.
Insert Coin documentary. I'm gonna show you maybe it'll ring a bell if you see the trailer or.
I'm sure I must have watched it, because
so
everything that
dope.
you're saying now is stuff that I've seen where they showed how they
the evolution of arcade games and
how they had to cut down on certain certain frames, because they could only have a certain amount of frames. So it's like the key frames to the movements and
That's
stuff.
so awesome.
Pure, unadulterated
Oh, wait.
evil.
That's you.
Let me just forward this. Yeah, here it is. Okay, wait, sorry. I'd rather don't want to play because I might take it off YouTube for copyright infringement. So, okay, but it's so awesome, dude. I love this so much.
I love watching like the history of games and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not so much anymore because I don't have time for it, but I'm a huge gaming fan. I love games so much.
Still play games?
Not so much because I don't have time.
Okay.
I just sold my PlayStation.
Really?
Last year sometime I sold my PlayStation because I don't have time to play.
Wow.
So I sold it to my niece.
Okay.
I'm not going to give it to her. I sold it to her. I got a PlayStation for you. Oh, thanks, Uncle. Yeah, it's going to cost you that much. You want it? Yeah, cool.
How dare you, Uncle?
But I actually sold that because I wanted to buy something else. Those arcade games and so. And then I just never got around to buying it. So I don't have games anymore.
Sure.
So the only game I play now when I have time is Candy Crush.
Really? You play that shit?
Dude, I've been playing it now for the past 7, 8, almost 9 years, I think. 8 or 9 years.
Really? I've never played that ever.
But here's the thing though. I like playing like puzzle games and games like that, okay? And I usually play it if I'm listening to something. Like if I need to listen to a lecture or something, I'll put it on, I'll open Candy Crush and I'll play. And it helps me remember things.
Really?
I tell him mine too. When I play this game, it helps me concentrate. It helps me,
That is so crazy.
It is. If I go back to playing that same stage that I played while I was listening, that whole thing comes back to me. I'm back in that whole place where the time I was sitting, what was being said, when I made this move, when that happened. It's
Music
crazy.
does that for
It
me.
links. I just link it to something. I don't know how it works, but yeah.
Music does that for me. Or if I listen to a podcast and I do stuff, and then I'll remember I'll remember exactly what I was doing when they said that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I think different people have different ways of concentrating or focusing. Like a lot of times when I need to think about something or work something out, I'll sit down and I'll play the game. And then thoughts will go through my head and I'll be working it out in my head as I'm playing. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not weird. I know a lot of people's like that. It's not a weird thing.
I haven't played games in a long time. I'm still busy with Far Cry. I think Far Cry 5 or 4. I can't remember which one. Yeah, still busy with that. I haven't played in a long time.
What you playing on?
On PC?
Oh, PC. Okay.
PC, yeah.
Are you a PC snob?
I'm a PC guy.
Yeah. But are you one of those snobs like, I don't want a console, I want a PC?
No, I'm not a snob.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
I just prefer a keyboard and a mouse. That's all.
Oh, but that's true. It is better to navigate with the mouse and the keyboard, especially for like little small increments of movements and stuff.
Especially for those kind of games,
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, forgot you guys were there.
This guy. So, Iman cooks for you.
No, man. Don't make it sound like that. Let's just say this.
Do you cook at all, though?
I don't cook, but I do prepare some meals for us once in a while because I can't cook. But I am learning because I'm getting recipes and so, and I've started making some stuff. I made steak one night and so.
Okay.
Didn't turn out too great, but hey, I'm
okay,
learning.
how did you make it? Take me through the process.
I made it with meat. I can't remember what I did. It was steak. I took butter, took garlic, and put everything in the pan.
Okay. Omega skills.
Yeah, oh my God. I know I got skills, man. I know I got skills. I was listening to Shaq the other day, and that song played. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I made, and it was quite okay. I didn't use enough salt.
Speciality.
I didn't use enough salt, but it was nice.
Is it?
No, steak isn't my specialty. It was just the first thing I tried. I felt for it and I made it.
Oh.
But yeah, there's a lot
What
of
else have you made?
toast, French toast, fried egg, boiled egg. I haven't made scrambled egg. Peanut butter sandwiches, jam sandwiches, cheese sandwiches. I can cut cheese. I can grate cheese. Toasted cheese in a pan.
And is that the end of the list? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, what about those, what do you call these banana sandwiches you made?
Banana, yeah. Well, no, if I'm like hungry and I'm busy and I can't still break away, what I'll do is I'll take a banana or take 2 bananas, I'll break it in half, roll it in a slice of bread and I'll eat it like a hot dog. Like 4 slices, 4 pieces of banana and I'll eat it just so.
So you've never like when you were growing up, you didn't play around with like making food in that
I was
kitchen?
never allowed to because my mom is very precious over the kitchen.
Oh really?
So she's like, stay out of my kitchen. Okay.
Wow.
As in, no, I mean, not
No,
that hectic,
no,
but I mean,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
she's like, she'll make the food, she'll do
Yeah.
the stuff. But I'm very interested in cooking. I love the idea of cooking, yeah.
Sure.
It's just now,
I-
Iman is a far better cook than what I am.
Correct.
I mean, my mom loves her food too, so
That's awesome.
I'm a lucky guy. But it's not to say that I expect her to make food because many times she'll say, what must I make? I'll always tell her, don't make anything. We'll have sandwiches tonight. I said, unless you feel for something specific, I'll eat what you make. I'm not a fussy person.
Okay.
I'll never
Fussy
order her to
eater.
make anything, no.
Yeah.
Or many times when she doesn't feel like eating, I'll go buy takeout or something, order
Yeah.
takeout, yeah.
I grew up like I used to
I hope this thing is not happening.
I used to come home. Hey, no, it's fine. I used to come home from school, and then like I was like at the young age I was like, what do you call it? Like I used to get a key from the neighbor,
Oh, yes.
and then I used to be alone at home.
Mm.
So that's how I started cooking and stuff.
Okay.
Because like I was
Because you
like,
have to see it yourself.
yeah, I was like, okay, if I put this in, this works, and then you know that's how I learned basically.
And that's why you don't eat that food anymore. That's why you're just eating these other kind of meals now. It wasn't good. So, I mean, look, I was lucky enough to have my mom at home. She was a stay-at-home mom.
Oh, okay.
So when I got home from school, she would be there.
Mm.
I would make myself sandwiches and so,
Yeah.
you know, but otherwise she would cook the food and stuff. Yeah, I could never experiment with our pots. Are you crazy?
Yeah. No, like obviously, like moms are very over their pots and pans and basically everything in the kitchen. Like, don't break my shit, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's their space,
Don't
man.
burn my pots. But that's how you learn. You know, you're gonna burn something
Yeah.
when you start out, and you know. But I actually enjoy it. It gives me time to think.
It's therapeutic in a sense.
Yeah, I put on a podcast and then I just get going. Yeah. My time to learn. Or even an audiobook. I put in an audiobook and then now. Yeah, I get busy.
Yeah, man. I can't find myself listening to podcasts. Well, it depends on what it is. I don't know. I think my concentration span is just down the drain. I won't say my concentration span, my attention span. Oh, I'm a very what's the word? Late nights. Patient kind of guy. Right? I'm patient. I'll listen. So I love listening when people speak without trying to talk over them. My wife will disagree though. So
I would too. I'm joking. Maybe I'm not. But okay. So patient.
I'm gonna toss out with you.
Patient.
Anyway,
Patient.
like
guy.
patient, but I kind of I don't have the patience for certain things anymore. So if I see there's an audio podcast or something that's 3 hours long, I'll be like, no, I can't even listen to that. Oh no, I'm not gonna have the patience to sit through that.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is, again. But 9 times out of 10, probably I won't be able to. So I'll scroll through it to find what they're talking about, and then stop at something that's why I don't know how you guys are gonna sit through this. But okay. it's the same like when I used to do drawing and sketches and stuff like that. I used to take my time with things, go into detail. These days, like Iman will say, why don't you do that again, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have the patience for it anymore.
Wow.
It's like, I'm like,
Sheesh.
bring the veggies. Yeah.
Because like when we were playing pool, I told you, like, take your time on the shot. Don't just rush into it.
Yeah. I'm at that point. I think it's because of the work that I do and because of the amount of work that I'm busy with and that I have, like the pressure and the deadlines. I'm very, I want to get things done in a sense. I know you're waiting like 10 years for one song, but it's on my list to get done. You know what I mean?
It is
It's a big
almost
list.
10 years, eh?
Well, it's not. Well, it has. Yes, almost 10
Yeah.
years. And it's still those songs that you're waiting for.
2024 will be.
Yeah, you see,
10 years.
if you work with me and you do a song, you're going to wait 10 years. You're still waiting for a song that we started 10 years ago.
Wow, guys, it's fucking long. It's fucking long.
But it's worth it, eh? Worth it.
I'm not. No.
Okay.
Okay, for the record, there's a reason why
Yeah.
it's 10 years. But yeah, I'll explain when it comes out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah. Let's
Yeah.
not talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's not give your game away. I'm gonna tell them.
Ah, how dare you! How dare you!
But yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm very. I need to get things done now, so I'm not very precious on certain things. If I do mixed things, it's like, oh, that sounds good, cool. Move on to the next thing. Commit, done. Put it out there. You know, at first,
But you should try to like separate that type of, how do you say, behavior, just like work and then personal, just to relax. You know?
no, I relax. I mean, I'll sit down and watch a movie.
No, but like playing pool is relaxing. It should be relaxing. You know what I mean?
No, it is, but
So
I think
you should just get into that mindset of.
I think I'll take my time more when I'm playing for real, if you know what I mean. Like when I'm playing fun and cool, I'll take my time, but like if I miss this is cool. But if I'm playing for my life, it's like I'll take an hour before I'm gonna shoot one ball.
But like around like Iman and the kids, and you're more relaxed or patient, or you don't have that same.
Yeah, look,
type
it's the
of-
same thing because it's not just my work, it's like everything, you know what I mean? There's always things to be done. If it's not work, it's going to be this, then it's that, then it's the kids' things that need to get done, then it's the schoolwork, you need to sit with them, and then, you know, it's like a constant, you're always on the move. And there's no time to kind of be lackadaisical about... Lackadaisical.
Yeah.
Yes, about it. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's not like I'm frustrated, I need to rest or whatever, or get this thing done. It's just I'm on this move, so it's like I'm moving, and it's at a pace that I'm comfortable with.
I must say, the first time you came here, I felt like your energy was like you were so like tense and like you were like so like I won't say don't get me wrong, I'm not angry, but you could feel like you're like stressed out, like stressed the fuck out, like.
There were, I mean, look, at the time that I came here, that time, I had deadlines that I needed to do, but I also needed to come
you
around.
were also
so
on standby waiting for answers from a client. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
So
you're checking your phone all the time
exactly.
and making sure.
And I can't get it done until they get back to me. And you know, it's sometimes you can't, like a lot of times I can't relax if I know there's something I need to get done.
Something pending.
So I'm a lot more tense, but not tense in an unpleasant way.
Yeah.
But I'm not as relaxed because my mind is kind of focused on I need to get this thing done.
But I was just concerned. I was like, yo, you feel so stressed out.
That's your house, man. The feng shui is just not great. I feel tense, makes me feel tense.
But
You need to turn your pool table like that. And it's great. We're all good.
But okay, but compared to like then to now, like it's much different. It's a completely different energy that I'm feeling.
Yeah, I mean, look, I got out a few deadlines this week. Followed up on a few other things, and so I feel like, okay, cool, I made some headway with some things.
Yeah.
There are other things that I need to get to that I won't say I'm stressed about, but it's like, it's on my mind, like, I need to get this done now, you know what I mean? But there's never a time that I'm just not doing something.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
In a sense that
There's nothing going on.
if I'm busy with 10 things at the time, 10 projects, let's say, I can't work on all 10 at the same time. So I need to schedule it. So it's like going to be, okay, on this day I'm going to work on this. And then when I'm working on this one is staying where it is. Now, 10 days later, when I'm going to come back to that, people's going to ask,
Yes.
okay, what's happening with this thing? Not that there are times where I might miss a deadline, but not by a month or two.
Yeah, but
It'll be a couple of days or so.
yeah.
And that could be because on one of the projects, I got a little hurdle or something, you know what I mean? That took a little bit more time. Or something happened with the family or something, like my child got sick or something, some folks, and
Yeah.
they at home. So they need attention. So I don't have a lot of, sorry. So I basically work at night, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because during the day, you try and work, and then my daughter comes in, Daddy, I want to play piano.
Yeah.
Okay, but whatever. So it's just like all those factors, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But most times I'm like just on the move.
Focused,
I mean, you
yeah.
can ask him mine too. She asked just last night. I got to bed at about 2:00.
Wow.
The morning, and she asked me, when are you going to stop coming to bed this time? You know what I mean? And I said, look, when work gets done and there's not that much pressure, and so then yeah, sure, of course, you know, I'll sleep. But there are times that I'll be like, no, I'm not working late. I know I need to finish
Yeah.
this, but I need my rest.
Yeah.
Because rest is important.
You know, like, I think the last month, like, I started, like, noticing, like, because I've been just getting, like, 5 hours, like, less than 5 hours sleep, 5 hours. That's, like, my average time. And I was like, what am I doing? I was like, what am I doing? Seriously.
Yeah.
And then, like, I've made this concerted effort to get at least 6. Now I'm moving to, like, 6.5 now. So now I'm trying to get to 7. And I feel so different. Like, I got so much more energy. Like, I feel like a new person. And I was like, what? It's crazy.
It's true. I mean, look, after a long stretch of working.
What is your feet?
There we go. After a long stretch of working late, like let's say a couple of weeks, you work non-stop late and you're getting like 2-3 hours of sleep, or you're getting like 4 hours of sleep. It catches up with you. So you're feeling
Yeah.
fatigued. You're realizing you can't focus as much. You're realizing that you're not getting things done in time.
Yeah.
And you can't really focus, which is bad for productivity. That's why I say getting enough rest is part of productivity.
It is, eh?
And that's why at that times, probably 2 or 3 nights in a row, I'll get to bed at 8 o'clock or something and sleep. Just to kind of recharge the batteries, you know.
I even have
But
like
then but then it's so weird because when you wake up and you're well rested, you feel this energy and you feel like you just want to create. And you feel creative, you know.
Yes.
And that's why I say
it's
rest
a
is important.
win-win, man. It's a win-win. Really.
Totally.
When are you
Totally.
gonna start working out, dude? You've been talking about this.
Oh, so it's like that now.
I'm asking
You wanna
a
out me
question.
on-
I'm not. I'm trying. I'm just want to know. Like, I want to
Look,
know.
It's going to happen now in the next, probably within this month, because myself and Iman and I, we've been talking. I mean, she's been exercising all the time. She's like on this thing, and she's doing
that's
great.
Why, that's what I'm asking you.
And she's like
because-
just asking, like, when am I gonna? And of course, you know, I'll like turn it on her and be like, what? Are you not happy with my physique?
Are you saying I'm fat?
I'm saying I'm fat.
Are you fat shaming me right now?
No, but she wants me to start exercising, just, you know, to look after myself in a sense,
Yeah.
like get fit.
You want longevity.
And I need to find time to squeeze that in too, because it's very important. So yeah, it will happen soon, and when it does, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I want you to live as long as
Then my
possible.
brain is not only going to be bigger than yours, my muscles are going to be bigger than yours too.
Dude,
mean,
I'm so scared of that
Imagine
day.
that. I'm going to be
so
walking around like
scared.
this. Like, yeah. I'm going to get the Austrian accent.
Austrian accent. Oh my word.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It's just about being healthy, like looking after yourself. Yeah.
I mean, look, we already, okay, but probably for the past month or so, we haven't been eating too healthy. But for a couple of months before that, we've been trying to eat healthy. I mean, look, I don't drink a lot of tea or coffee. I drink tea once in a while. Coffee, like, I don't know when.
Coffee is such an appetite suppressant. It's crazy.
Yeah, but I don't drink it. I would rather eat healthy. But what I mean is, I don't drink. Okay, I had some Coke today
You did.
because it's a special
You
occasion.
did. You had Coke.
But I just drink water, so that's
Yeah.
good. You know, I'm happy for that, and I could feel the difference already when I started doing that. So the eating healthy. When I say eating healthy, we're not eating healthy, but we're eating better.
Better, yes.
And also the portions, the portions are smaller and stuff.
Portion control.
So you definitely feel the difference, and it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just for me to get physical now.
Yeah.
Let's get physical.
On your Jane Fonda.
I need my leg warmers.
Leg warmers.
Don't you know what leg warmers are? Okay, am I
Leg warmers.
am I revealing my age?
Are you talking about, what do you call it?
Leg warmers, that's what I'm saying.
Are you talking about those tights?
No, not the tights. Leg warmers.
Leg warmers.
Go to
Oh my
images.
gosh, these things.
Yes, go to images.
Oh my
go
gosh.
to images.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Oh, okay. I've seen these
Scroll. You're gonna see some other stuff. Just scroll down.
John Travolta movies.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's the workout of the 80s. I mean, even Jane Fonda had the.
Yeah,
those
no,
on.
definitely.
I need leg warmers because
Jane
without
Fonda.
those, you're not.
Are you gonna go for
look
the
here,
neon ones?
If you're not wearing those, you're not doing a proper workout. That is like.
Now I know for sure. I gotta get me these then. It's winter's coming up also,
Yeah.
so I gotta invest.
You have to.
I gotta invest.
You'll see
in these.
the improvement it makes on your exercising.
Especially for leg day, I can imagine.
On leg day, dude,
Yeah.
you're not even gonna feel it, man. Those leg warmers are awesome.
Wow. I went to the. What was it?
Go back,
Go back.
because you went on. Scroll down.
Oh, down here.
There we go. There's pictures of the leg warmers.
Ah.
Check it out, man.
I thought you were talking about like tights.
No, man.
tights.
Well, I need to get tights too. but-
Do they actually still sell this though? Like on in
Yes.
series now?
Yes, you saw here. There were some places that were selling it.
Oh, this was vintage. This is from the vintage collection.
Everything
From
these days is vintage,
1985.
man.
That's true.
I mean, I'm from the 70s. Can you believe it?
Sheesh. That's crazy right there.
It is.
Wow.
Cool.
Leg warmers, yeah. I went for this massage one time after. This is why I don't like going for massages. I went one time for this massage after gym. I did legs. It was a full body massage, right? And when I got there, she started with my legs, and she's like, "Oh, you at gym now?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she asked, "Did I do legs?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "No, I can feel." She's like, "Did you squat?" I was like, "Yeah, because you have to squat." And I was like,
Do you squat?
and then she's like, "No," and dude. Now I'm laying flat on this table, massage table, with my head through this hole.
Yeah.
So I don't know what time it is. I don't know how much time is going. I'm relaxed. She's massaging me. Dude, like, she probably spent 55 minutes with my legs, dude. Just my legs. I was like, it's supposed to be a full body massage. And then when she finally got to like my back and arms and stuff, she didn't even touch my chest. I was like, what the fuck? That's some bullshit.
You know how that
I was
sounds?
like, what the fuck?
You got angry because she didn't touch your chest.
No!
Like, touch my chest, damn it! Touch my chest!
No, it was it said full body massage. How are you gonna do only my legs in the whole fucking hour? It was so unfair. That's why I think since that time I've never been for massage again.
But I mean, you can't blame the whole massage experience. You can't base it on one person.
No, okay, no, I've had previous massages before, but I got taken advantage of. They massaged my ass, dude. This chick, because I thought it was part of the package, getting your ass massaged. Because look,
But isn't that part of a full body massage?
no, like, okay, look, this is how it went, right? So I went to this spa place. It's like a day spa thing with this girl that I was seeing at the time. She wanted to go, and I was like, okay, fine. Get pampered, you know, with the robes thing and everything. You go to this place, and then they have this area where you put your feet in this pot. Not pond, like this water, and the fish
Yes.
will come and eat the dead skin on your feet, right? Okay, we did that. Then we go for the massage thing. At that moment, that day, I wasn't wearing underwear. So
TMI.
No, look, I need to explain to give you some background why they massage my ass. So
Yeah.
And why I thought it was part of the package. So I get there. She says, "Okay, get undressed. I step outside the room. Keep your underwear on." I said, I'm not wearing underwear." And she's like, "Okay, shit. We normally have these thingies we give people to wear if they don't have underwear,
Yeah.
but they didn't have at the time."
Okay.
So I was like butt naked on this table.
That was your plan. Okay.
No,
we
it wasn't my
understand.
plan.
Ah,
It
okay.
wasn't my plan.
Wasn't the plan.
So I'm laying there and she's massaging. All of a sudden, dude, full on. I feel hands on my ass, like full on, dude, full on. Like she's going, and I'm like, "Is this part of the package, man?" Like I don't understand because I've never been to the spa place thingy before. Anyway, massage gets done. I'm walking with this girl, and I asked her, "Did they massage your ass?" She's like, "No." She's like, "They massage my ass." She was so
How long did they massage you?
It was like an hour.
Did they massage your butt for an hour?
No, not my butt
Oh.
for an hour.
I was like, I mean, if you felt something wrong for an hour and you just allowed it, I'm like,
no, it was.
that's weird.
But it was a considerable amount of time, cause like and it wasn't like elbow in ass. It was like hands. It was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
hands, and she was going crazy. I mean, like, I'm sure if I wasn't wearing underwear, she wouldn't have touched my ass. So I just felt like I needed to shower after that. You
Yeah.
know.
Did you cry?
I did. I
should have meant you.
I was an emotional wreck.
Shame.
Emotional wreck.
Poor you.
And the girl was like, she was like, "It's okay." And then she got so upset, like, "What?"
She got upset.
Because they massaged my ass. It was so funny. It was so funny.
But I mean,
And she obviously saw the girl because the girl that massaged me was quite hot as well.
that's why you didn't mind it. You see?
I
Such an ass.
did mind it. She was the one that
And you were with a girl.
I thought it was
And you
part of the
allowed
I thought it
another
was-
girl to touch your butt.
I thought it was
See
part
the
of the
guys?
package.
You see there? No, guys.
Because the ass is a muscle.
even if it's part of the package, I'll be like, this butt is only for my wife.
But I'm not married, dude.
But even you were with someone.
Yeah, but
It's called
I
respect.
thought it was part of the package. It was her idea. I thought they were massaging her ass too. I thought everybody's ass getting massaged out here. That's what I thought. I was like, okay, I'm getting the full treatment of you. I'm getting the valet. I'm
You see,
getting
but,
the
but
valet.
that's what you get when you go to spa. You must go to Woolies. They're a little bit more expensive, dude. They're a little bit more expensive, but quality. They know what they're doing there. Spa will always take advantage of you.
But
always.
I'll never forget that experience, dude. Never. Always something happens. Also, as well. Other time, also, there's one girl. She was like a physiotherapist. She was doing like a final practical or something, and she needed a specimen to massage so that she can do an exam on, right? So I never met this girl before in my life, right? Never. She says, "Meet me here." I was referred to by a friend because she knows this friend of mine, and my friend was like, my friend needs somebody who trains so that she can do this this exam for blah blah blah. I was like, "Okay, fine, I'll help out." Cool. Anyway, I get there. I've never met this person before. I never met these people, the examiners now. And I'm in this room, and she says, "Okay, get undressed, but stay in your underwear." Okay, I'm waiting. I'm thinking maybe it's like, I don't know, bicep or quad or whatever. I'm laying on the table, and they're like, there's 3 people in this room now I've never met before.
And you're standing in your undies.
I'm laying on this table in my underwear.
Okay.
and they give her this procedure. This is how it's gonna go. And they tell her, okay, today we're gonna focus on.
Is it the massage thing or a medical thing?
It's more medical. So
That's dangerous, dude.
no.
You don't know what they're gonna do.
No, it's a massage, but it's for because she's part of the medical institution because she's a
Yeah.
physiotherapist.
Okay,
so,
cool. Get it.
So explain to her, okay, today we're gonna focus on the glutes. I was like, what? I was like, so they pull my underwear down, and there's 3 people standing around, looking at my ass, and they're pointing out what is this muscle? What does this muscle do? And
You're laying there
I'm like,
they're examining my butt.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, dude, like this is so crazy.
Did you have them clean undies though?
I did.
Good. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Then it's okay. It's
I
okay.
did. And like massage this area, massages. How would you massage this if this was wrong? And I was like, wow, this is crazy.
But why didn't you ask? Like, what is the procedure? What you guys gonna do?
No, but she didn't know either which muscle they're gonna focus on.
Oh, she just needed someone,
Yeah, she needed somebody as like a
a specimen.
cadaver. It sound like a live cadaver. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And they needed to do these tests, this exam, to determine if she's competent or whatever she passes. And then they happened to just decide they're gonna massage or work on my ass that day. It was crazy.
You work on my ass.
For an hour.
Man, you're working on my ass.
For an hour, dude. I was like, what? So every time I go for massage, some shit goes down. Like,
Shame, man.
I was like, God damn it, I'm scarred for life.
yeah, you shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you must give it one more shot.
I should. So yeah, I should. There was one time, I'm not speak about that, but yeah, I should give it another shot. I want somebody who's gonna just do the business proper.
Look, I mean, I went for a few back massages, and there was one that I went to.
Yeah.
This lady was evil, man. I got my top off,
Yeah.
laying on the table, and she's like, okay, cool. And she starts rubbing on my back. I'm like, okay, this is fine, it's okay. This lady takes her elbow on my back like that. They did that time, but she pisses it almost like she's trying to get between my ribs and stuff. And I'm like, oh. When I left that place, I was I was more sore than when I came
Are you
there.
serious?
Yeah, Iman went also at the same time, and I still asked her, "How was yours?"
was it
She's
for
like,
her?
I
She
fell
loved it.
asleep. I'm
Oh,
like, I
wow.
couldn't sleep.
Was it the same lady that
This lady
massaged you?
manhandled me.
Oh,
No, it was a different lady.
Okay. Maybe she saw like, hey, there's a lot of tension in here. She needs to go harder.
But you see, I've been before, and when
Okay.
they find knots and they rub it, it feels like, okay, that's like sore, but it's like a good sore, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But this lady felt,
You were like you were in pain.
when I left, I felt bruised.
And the next day?
And I bruise easily. But I was bruised, dude. No, my back was sore for a few days. I told him, man, I'm not going back there.
So it didn't help you at all?
No.
I thought maybe like after
No.
a day it felt better. Like, oh
back
my
felt-
goodness.
I couldn't sit against something because it felt bruised.
Wow.
She was like doing
And
this.
you didn't tell her, look here, you're hurting me.
I thought it was part of the thing, like you and the butt.
I-
I thought this is like she's doing something right. Maybe I'm full of knots or something. But I'm like, this can't be right because
Can't
this is
be,
painful.
yeah.
I was
Now,
damn near cried.
now, I want somebody that can do that, like can go hard. Because like normally they would just go like, I'm like, no, like, look.
Yeah, no, you don't want that person to go that hard. This lady was trying to dig between my ribs and telling you.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
here's
don't pick me.
your ribs and here's your skin. And she's like going like,
Oh shit.
it just felt like that.
I just want somebody who can really get deep into the tissue. Like that's not gonna be like too afraid to go hard.
Hard, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. But I don't like to go for massages too. I don't
Really?
like.
And the hands on you.
Yeah, it's okay, but I don't like people to touch me.
Really?
Don't touch me. No, don't touch me. Dirty bastard. No. It's not that I don't like people to touch me. It's just that, it's weird. Like even if people take photos, and we're all standing in a group,
Yeah.
I'm very awkward about like putting my hands
Oh,
around here or
wow.
like around. So my hand hardly closes. It'll probably be like hanging in the
partially.
air. You know, it won't be against them. 'Cause I just feel like I'm in your space or something. I don't know.
Really?
I'm weird.
That's crazy. And if you shake hands with someone, is that fine?
No, it's air shake. So it's like, take your hand. So it's like,
No, it's coming.
it is. No, I'll
We
shake.
shook hands many times before.
No, I've got a firm handshake. Feel.
What the fuck is that?
It's a handshake, man. Firm.
You can keep that. It feels weird.
Was it wet?
And no, it feels weird.
Oh, I thought you said it feels wet.
No,
'Cause I'm like, my hands aren't clammy.
It's weird.
Just like,
Yeah, it's like it's just something that's there that I'm grabbing.
what's that? It's limp.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man.
But yeah. Thank you for coming, man. I appreciate you.
Finally, we're done. I'm like, when are you going to say? I'm like, come on, man. Guys, if whoever's next on this thing,
Yeah.
I didn't know this is going to happen. It's like a prison in this place. I'm teasing. If he asks you, say no. Yeah, no, it was cool, man.
Thank you for
I
coming,
enjoyed
man.
it.
I'm
Sorry
glad
if
you
I
enjoyed it.
if I
Don't
if I
apologize.
said anything that offended anyone.
What are you talking about?
If I spoke a lot of nonsense because I do that very, very, very often.
Oh my gosh. Don't apologize, dude.
Of course you must.
We're just having a conversation,
Yes.
having fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for coming. Where can people find you on social media if you want them, if you want them to find you? Yeah.
You'll tag me, it's okay.
No, I won't.
Good. Yeah. When he tags me and stuff, I'm like, why must you? Leave me alone. No, yeah, on Facebook it's just Ebrahim Mallum, so Ebrahim.
You're gonna spell your name
Space.
really?
Do you know how many people spell my name? People who email me or send me messages. At the bottom of my email, when I send it to you, my name is signed there, Ebrahim Mallum, spelled out nicely. When you respond to the email and say, "Hi, Ebrahim," please spell it correctly. It's right there at the top. Thank you.
Do you relate to when people misspell your name?
Right?
Do you relate to when people misspell your name?
No. I just find it like, I mean, it's there, is it that hard?
For
Are you
ye-
even trying?
It's like for years I've been mispronouncing his surname because I used to say Mallum, and then one day said, "Why do you say my name like that? It's Mallum."
Well, a lot of people. Well, look, I've got family who would say their surname Mallum.
Is it?
Yeah, I say Mallum because it's how I grew up. But I mean, okay, here's another one, another pet peeve. When a song plays on the radio and it's, let's say it's featuring Mallum or featuring whoever, Mr. Mallum, whatever, then it's Mr. Mallum.
What? Who says that?
It happened now the other day.
But is
I'm not gonna
How?
say, but Mr. Mallum.
who
or
was it?
Mr.
Who was it, bro? Put them out there in the streets.
It's
Who was it?
crazy. That's not the first. That's not the. It's not the first time it
Mr.
happened.
Mallum.
Mr. Mallum. I'm
I
like,
would never pick that. up.
how does that even work? Because if you take Mallum and you take McCallum, it's basically the same. There's just not
Okay,
the C kind of thing.
McCallum is not really a common surname, though.
Yeah, but they would say McCallum. They won't say.
Really?
They won't say McCallum.
Okay, I honestly don't know how they got to the loom part.
It happened probably, I would say, probably 6 times throughout my career. Mr. Mallum.
Wow.
I'm like, how? Mallum. Mallum. So yeah, so if you want to find me on Facebook, it's Ebrahim Mallum, Ebrahim space Mallum. But yeah, it's, if you go on my page, it's not just me talking nonsense, music production and a little nonsense too. I like to talk nonsense. On Instagram, it's Mr. _Mallum. So it's Mr_Mallum. That's all.
And you're not on Twitter?
I am on Twitter, but I'm not on Twitter.
Not really.
I'm there, but I'm not on it.
Yeah.
I don't like Twitter. Elon can have it. Yeah.
Shout out to Elon for the purchase. But thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate everything that you've done for me, for my journey, my career. Yeah. I get emotional out here. But thank you, man. I've learned a lot from you. I'm sure everybody who works with you would also learn a lot from you. And yeah, and he's always open to information. Because you also helped me set up this room as well. And you also taught me about mixing, giving me knowledge, empowering myself to do certain things that I've never would have done before. So thank you. Thank you. And people still don't know just how much you've done in this industry and who you worked with. It's crazy. The list is endless. It's crazy. Like,
There is
yeah.
an end.
like if I put everyone's work within the description, it's gonna be too long. It's gonna be pages and pages. But yeah, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
I wish you all the best in everything that you do, with your family, with your health, with just everything, dude. And
Thanks,
may
man.
you keep soaring from mountain to mountain to new heights.
Strength to strength. Height
Strength to
heights,
strength.
I don't know.
Speed of the
New
puma.
heights.
What
Yeah.
is the speed of the puma?
Strength of the
Strength of the bear.
Eyes of the hawk.
Eyes of the hawk.
Ears of the wolf.
Ears of the wolf. Oof, it's deep.
Yes.
It's deep. But
Yes.
yeah. Thank you once again for everything.
You're welcome. I just want to leave a message for you too.
Okay.
Like, I mean, there's one piece of information I can leave you with is, please treat Uran a bit better.
What the fuck?
He traveled from Sweden all the way. I mean, come on, man. Uran, you deserve better. That's it.
All right, we are done. We are out. Thank you.
Cool, man.
Thank you.
It was good.
Thank you.
What you doing out in these streets, Leroy? What you doing out in these streets? What you doing out? What you doing out? What you doing out in these streets? What you doing out in these streets, Leroy? We in these streets.